Hey guys, King Jad here. No intro today, no bingo intro, because there's no real point of having like a bingo intro because there's no bingo. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna have a little random DSP show anyway, without the bloody, bingo, I guess. Apparently I gave people a jump scare with that intro, you know, fucking take that. That's what you get, Dimmock, for picking a bad card the other night. You get what you fucking deserve, Dimmock. I'll teach you fucking giving us bad, dodgy fucking bingo cards. Take that. But yeah. So yeah, in case you're wondering, Phil Burnell did not have a very good day yesterday. He played Street Fighter 6 all day. Both streams did not get the support he was hoping for. In fact, he was quite heated in very many ways. So here's a little clip of Phil shaming his audience, essentially. And yeah, in case you're wondering about the context of this, we're going to find out soon about ourselves. The context is this tweet about leaky pipes. But this is on Phil's like second stream. Him basically guilting his audience or whatever and just saying, oh, you guys clearly don't fucking like it because where's the support? Ah, balls, I forgot to fucking hold on. No sound, my bad. Hold on. My bad. I forgot to untick the fucking thing for the yeah. You'll be able to hear it now, my bad. I forgot to disable or just unmute the Chrome, that's my bad. It's funny because usually, as I'm saying, usually when I fucking play the intro for bingo, it will unmute things for me. But because I didn't press the intro button today, and lo and behold, I had to unmute it myself, that's my bad. But you should be able to hear it now.
This is the problem. Everyone's like, you're playing too many fighting games. Well, then if I don't play, I'll never get better. I won't even be able to learn the new character. This sucks ass. This whole situation fucking sucks ass. It's obvious you guys don't care about the fucking game either, because look, I got $25 support all night, full hour in. No one cares about this anymore.
And yeah, beautiful, as a response to here, beautiful mask off, the perfect mask off moment. It's obvious you guys don't fucking care either because you didn't give me the fucking money. And in case you're wondering about what's going on with this reference to leaky pipes or whatever, Bill started off the night stream, so we can watch it together, the night stream essentially, you know what I mean, the start of the night stream. This is how he began the night stream, and also before we even begin, let's make sure we have Phil at 1.5 speed. Pick up the raw Phil for having that archive here. Actually, we could actually just do this here. Yeah, how about we use a screen we don't usually use? Well, this shit, you know, this is a very rarely used screen I have available on my OBS or whatever. You know, so we can see the video or whatever, and we can also have a chat shown on the screen more prominently and everything else, and all that, you know what I mean? So yeah, there we go. It's a fucking, we don't get to use this often, you know what I mean? We get to burst out very occasionally, but here we go. So yeah, this is how Phil started his night stream.
Hey everyone, good evening. Welcome to the late stream. I'm getting set up. We can chill for a little bit before. I actually want to practice a little bit in training mode with Terry before we jump online again, because I was trying to figure out optimized combos and stuff, and I'm having an issue. I'm definitely...
But we don't care. Skip to the part where you actually have your face cam on, and then things apparently are going very wrong for you.
It was about 100 degrees in this room, because outside it was 80 something, and even with my new reflective curtains, it doesn't do anything. Here's why. So I took out my blinds. I got rid of them because the blinds weren't effective at doing anything. They were falling apart after a decade. They were decrepit. So I bought these blackout curtains, and they kept all the light out, but didn't help with the heat. So I bought a special reflective coating blackout curtain. They actually have silver metallic backing that bounces the sun back out as it comes at the office wall. But there's a problem. Yes, they bounce that off, but they actually trap heat inside too. Okay? So if this room was not my office with the gaming PC, the streaming PC, 2 monitors over here, a giant TV over here, this light, this webcam, this laptop, and all these electronics running, those would be amazing blackout curtains. They would actually keep this room cool because it would just keep the ambient temperature the same inside, and it would push the heat off. But because I have all this equipment in here, I need air circulation. If those curtains are closed, I have no air circulation. Therefore, this room heats up like an oven anyway. So I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. If I open those curtains, I will have airflow, but the room will heat up because of the sun. If I close the curtains, now I create a closed air environment and it insulates that, and then the room heats up anyway. So earlier today, I was trying to learn a brand new character, Terry Bogard in Street Fighter 6, and it was 100 degrees in this room, and I had sweat pouring down my body. The good news is I actually was doing decent. I was learning and actually doing pretty well. So it's not like I was getting bodied completely or whatever, but you know, it was not a good time. And you could tell people wanted to talk with me, and they were trying to ask me, what do you think of the character? I couldn't even talk. I'm not shitting you. I was so hot. My head was like a fucking boiled egg, like a fried egg. I couldn't even think straight. So I could barely, like the Red King to the Super Chase, Terry Bogard, what are your first impressions? I was like, dude, I can't even say anything. I can't think right now. And then I just played for another like 15 minutes and I turned the stream off. It was really bad. It was impressively bad. Okay. Tonight should be better. The sun is gone. I have airflow because the curtain is open. Okay. So we should be all right for tonight. I just hope that's the end of it. I'm looking at the weather, and the weather is claiming that every single day moving forward will now be 60 degrees or cooler. Every day, and some days there'll be clouds and rain. So as long as that is correct and it's not lying to me, I think the streams moving forward will be better. And I apologize if you were here earlier today and you were saying I wasn't talking with no one, I was having a bad time. Like, that's what happened. I apologize, man. You know, I wanted it to be better. I spent a lot of money redoing this wall with these curtains and everything. I bought 2 different sets of curtains and nothing's helping. It's like, oh man. Anyway, so that's where we're at. And again,
I mean, maybe you should have fucking done some research before fucking just spending money without fucking realizing what the fuck you're spending money on. You know, a little, maybe like 5 minutes of research. You know, like why did you think that trapping the heat in your office essentially was going to fucking make your situation better for you? You know, it was a very dumb move on your part. Like, what did you expect was going to happen? What did you anticipate was going to happen? That was just going to magically just fucking get rid of the fucking heat for you? Where was it going to go? Where was that heat going to go?
and I'm sorry. Tonight I want to get better with Terry. All right. Also, just to be very frank with everyone, earlier today, I had like little to no support on the stream. I made $50 the whole stream, $50, entire stream. You know, and we're talking about I was having streaks of 6, 12, 41 streams where I was hitting $200 goals. I made $50. But I think that's in part, number one, because I wasn't interacting with anyone at all, right? I wasn't. I was like overheated, feeling like shit. And number two, I wasn't there to be the cheerleader for the stream. Hey guys, come on, let's get some of this. I couldn't even do it. I was actually feeling so shitty and sick that I couldn't even like do that stuff. So hopefully tonight will be better. I really hope that you guys will support the stream. I'm not even saying I'm expecting to hit this goal at this rate. I don't think we are. I'll be honest. I want to get that positivity back, but I don't think we're gonna get it. But man, I just hope that it ends up better than earlier, because it was like I streamed for 5-6 hours. I made $50 the entire time I was on stream. I basically made $10 an hour. And I was like, wow, I actually almost got sick, like to the verge of getting heat stroke.
He was on the verge of getting heat stroke for $10 an hour. And he's complaining and crying. I'm on the verge of getting heat stroke for only $10 an hour. This is not worth almost getting heat stroke for. He's saying, bloody hell. I wouldn't mind fucking 50 a stream. Fuck me, man. I'd be fucking chuffed to bits with fucking 50 a goddamn stream, you know what I mean? That happens rarely for me, you know what I mean? When it does happen, it's like, holy shit. This is a good night for me for fucking raking in the bucks from my fellow detractors. But Phil, this is what I'm saying, Phil. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Phil thinks of like $50 for a stream is trash. Whereas me, I'd think of that as like fucking, that's fucking really good support.
For what? I you know, fucking stupid, right?
By the way, this gets better. This actually gets even better because he gets an email.
And yes, I do believe Ellipsy and part of it is being burnt out on fighting games. I agree with you. I think between the MVC collection, which I played a lot of, and now Street Fighter 6, like half my schedule is fighting games. And I think people are burnt out on it. I think you're right. I think that hits it right on the head. So now it's going to be tough because it's like, now how do I play moving forward? Do I only play fighting games once or twice a week? If I do I only play MVC collection once a week and then Street Fighter 6 once a week? If that's the case, I will never hang. Just being honest, I'm going to lose all of my skill, and I'm going to basically end up sucking in Street Fighter 6. And playing once a week is definitely not good enough to maintain in a fighting game, a major, you know, modern fighting game. So it's going to get to the point where I'm not going to be good anymore, and there's not much I can really do. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens tonight. Okay. Okay. No, my place cannot be retrofitted with an AC. I would need to install central air, which costs at least $13,000 to $20,000. There you go.
So the air conditioning would cost between $13,000 to $20,000. Interesting number.
Email.
Oh, this email, by the way, this is the email. This is the bad email, apparently. This is the bad news email.
My life today is the best I've ever had. And I mean that. Like, every day I feel like is the best day of my life.
Okay, I received my first contribution of the night, $5 tip. Chocoboko, today marks the 3-year anniversary of me finding your channel. I'm still hanging around because you make entertaining streams. It was really hot at the warehouse. Thankfully, my uncle brought some cold Gatorades to keep cool. Well, that's cool of him. To turn up and have some cold Gatorades is actually quite a nice thing on an insanely hot day. So glad to hear that, Chocoboko. Thank you for the first tip of the night. Thank you for getting contributions going.
I have an emptiness in my life. Oh man, there's something huge missing from my life. I need a
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Okay.
sit around drinking gin all day. Ladies and gentlemen, I play mobile games. Yes, I spend money.
Now remember, guys, for our new goal system, the way it works, everything is counted. Super chats, super stickers, and tips all count towards the nightly goal. So anything that you contribute is greatly appreciated, okay? What was the email? Do you really want to know? Oh, it's my condo.
Phil, it's not our business to know. You know, it's funny how Phil tries to make it his audience's immediate problem as soon as he gets an email pertaining to him needing money, even though his finances is not our business. So it's like, if Phil is successful with money and is making a lot of fucking money, that is none of our fucking business whatsoever. But as soon as his audience tries, you know, one person in chat is like probably asking, yeah, Green Goblin it was in his chat, what was the email at DSP Gaming? And Phil immediately clamps onto that to fucking turn it into some sort of pity party begment. To try and, you know, oh, guys, I got some really bad news. And it involves money and me needing a whole lot more of it. And that's where you guys come in. So this is the email that Phil received if you've not heard just yet.
So anything that you contribute is greatly appreciated, okay? What was the email? Do you really want to know? Oh, it's my condo association reminding everyone that our homes here are 30 years old and pretty soon everyone's pipes are probably going to start leaking or being damaged and that it costs about $10,000 to have the pipes replaced with the current standard, or if they break and destroy things like part of the foundation of your house, it'll cost you about $22,000. That's literally what the email was. And I don't have money for that at all. So if that happens, I'm fucked. I'm literally fucked. I don't have money for any of that. What I need is I need the economy to turn, I need interest rates to go down so I can refinance my home and I can use the equity in my home to do these very much needed home repairs. But I don't have money for it and I can't do it. I can't do it. The economy sucks. You know, they literally just for the first time ever in 4 to 5 years, they just lowered interest rates. And it was about half a point. So what they need to do is keep doing it. Not half a point, what did they say, 5 point? Whatever it was. They need to keep doing that. They need to get interest rates back down to where they were. No, Sarah, my homeowner's insurance doesn't cover it because the homeowner's insurance only covers things that are like group policy shit. They don't cover, well, what they're saying is the thing that we have, you know, we have a condo, giant private community. We have a giant policy on it, and that doesn't cover it. It only covers things that are outside of the realm of individual responsibility, and they're claiming that the pipes in the walls are individual responsibility. So I do have some homeowners insurance of my own, but I don't know how much it covers. I'll tell you right now, it ain't going to cover $22,000 of repairs, and probably it's not going to cover if I optionally decide to replace the pipes. So it was half a point.
So yeah, there's an interesting tweet here about this as well. Dasher is asking, so let me get it straight. DSP wants 100 King stream, which equals to around $20,000. DSP says the pipes need to be replaced and will cost about $20,000. Says if we were to install central air, it would cost $20,000. I will let you connect the dots there, lol. It's just as funny how all of a sudden there's a whole lot of things that Phil was anticipating getting $20,000 for. And he was hoping on, you know, we can get 100 straight streak. I can get 20k for that. If I get 100 streak, 100 in a row of getting the goals hit. So yeah, that was Phil's email, and even though this is none of our business whatsoever, Phil made it a point to make it our business.
Point, I had it right. They lowered it by half a point. Cool. That's literally what I need. I need interest rates to go down in the United States within the next 2-3 years. If the interest rates go way down back where they were, I can refinance my home. I have a ton of equity in my home. I can then use that equity to do things I need to do in the house, like fix this pipe situation, renovate the bathroom that has been unused for 3 years because it's all fucking falling apart, holes, you know, in the wall and shit. You know, I need to fix it. I don't have money for it, you know. I just had a really, really good month and a half as a result of branching out and doing stuff with Kino Casino. Now they've been gone for a month, and as you guys have seen, it seems like the momentum's done. Now maybe it'll pick back up again when they're back and I'm doing stuff again, but I don't know, you know. And so there's nothing I can really do about that. I'm back to square one right now.
And that's quite fucking sad that your Phil is like openly admitting that he's relying on Kino Casino to try and fucking get a whole lot of support going his way again. Like, Phil Burnell truly believes in his head that he is incapable of maintaining that interest, maintaining that support, and he's relying on other people to fucking line his pockets with money because they've got the fucking magic formula to make sure Phil Burnell's pockets are kept filled with, you know, with all this fucking money and all that shit, you know. I mean, the King's coffers are frequently filled due to the influence of Kino Casino. Phil Burnell has not got the power himself, apparently, to do that. That's an incredible thing. To basically admit to your audience that you're not fucking entertaining enough for them to give you money, that he needs them to fucking unlock the fucking wallets. To fucking, you know, to unrip the Velcro from all the fucking dent-headed wallets. To make him flush with fucking cash.
Like I told you when it started in early August, I said, life's like this, right? Life is peaks and valleys, waves. And I said, I don't know how long I'm going to maintain this high, right? Well, I think it's over, quite frankly. I think we're back to square one again. I'm happy for those of
you... Phil, when you want to know when you're back to square one? You'll be back to square one when you're getting streams where you're only making $6. That happened earlier this year. You've had streams where you made only $6 in tips. And you fucking cried and bitched and whined and moaned about that kind of shit. Well, in a whole singular day of streaming, both streams, you've had like, you've struggled to fucking make $50 in contributions. And it's like, that's when you know you're back to square one.
you who are newcomers and people who are hanging out with me here, really, and stuck with it. But as you can see, the majority of those people aren't around anymore, probably because they're eagerly waiting for Kino Casino to come back and do more content with me. But, you know, I can't rely on that. I need to be able to hang in there myself.
But you are relying on that, Phil. You just openly admit you're fucking relying on that because you think without them, the support is fucking disappearing because they disappeared. You're equating your dwindling support as to them vanishing to go on a vacation or whatever, or a break or whatever. So you're kind of tying the two things together, Phil.
Right? Okay. Oh, I received a $6.56 tip.
Who fucking cares? Anyway, so Phil's day stream ended, so that was the start of his night stream, by the way, and that's the kind of reference to him fucking having like leaky pipes or whatever. And Phil, by the way, Phil does have some issues with his home, remember? He's got a fucking like black mold. You know what I mean? He's had problems with plumbing before in the past, whatever. The fucking parts of the walls are just fucking got black mold over them, clearly, from what we've seen from Phil showing off his fucking snort fort. And yeah, I mean, if that email's legit, then Phil Burnell might be needing to cough up a whole lot of, you know, of dollars to try and get things fixed and maintained. But who fucking knows though? But yeah, the day stream ended with him getting $54, and the night stream ended with him getting $60. So once again, the King's coffers have been unfilled now for 4 streams in a row. In fact, I think the term has been claimed as King's coffins. The King's coffin. It's not got a King's coffers being filled, it's a King's coffin being filled with all these dead streaks. So make of that what you will. So yeah, that was that tweet there. I said this clip is incredible. I said this is from a night stream, remember, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is just like the fully mask off. Let's see it one more time. The mask off moment one more time.
This is the problem. Everyone's like, you're playing too many fighting games. Well, then if I don't play, I'll never get better. I won't even be able to learn a new character. This sucks ass. This whole situation fucking sucks ass. And it's obvious you guys don't care about the fucking game either, because look, I got $25 support all night, whole hour in. No one cares about this anymore.
Beautiful. Beautiful. There you go. So, and apparently there's a whole bunch of like funny moments from the stream, especially like he had a meltdown about Oscar.
Honestly, Anonymous, it's a real thing.
So I'm not sure what happened here. Oscar meltdown. I'm just kind of reading the timestamps here from Raw Phil. There was an Oscar meltdown. Let's see what this is all about.
Honestly, Anonymous, it's a real thing. Terry be an actual character in Street Fighter. Fuck this. I'm not gonna play. I'm not fighting these fucking camis anymore. Literally all day, it's been just Cammy and Terry.
Oh, the person that's playing this Cammy is called Oscar. And Phil was just like, oh no, it's a Cammy. I don't want to play anymore.
I'm gonna fight anyone but Cammy and Terry. So I'm not even gonna fight. I don't give a fuck. I'm serious.
Well, Terry's understandable because he's a brand new fucking character and Phil's been using them all night as well, so it's fucking hypocritical for Phil to complain about playing Terry's all night when he's been playing Terry all night. But Cammy's a very popular character.
Terry. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. Go ahead, beat me up, stupid. You're a laggy connection. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go, stupid fucking moron. Okay, there we go. Fucking idiot. Every fucking person playing is a Cammy and a Terry. This is so dumb. Fight, you stupid bitch. Fucking hit me.
This is, oh my god, this is unhinged as all hell. Hate you, stupid bitch. What the fuck? And I think this is Phil playing ranked mode now, or is he in ranked mode? I'm not entirely sure. At one point, Phil did eventually go to ranked mode. Remember, Phil's original wish, Phil's original desire was to see if he could actually manage to get master with this Terry character within one stream. The whole entire first stream was casual, as far as I could tell, and the second stream Phil did eventually get some ranked play going, but he only got as high as Diamond 3, I believe. And he's not sure he's going to keep playing them because he's not convinced of the character being that worth playing.
Hit me! Hit me! Look, they won't fight. They're going to stand there. You want to know why? Because these are all stream snipers. That's exactly what it is. All day.
Oh, come on, the paranoia. The paranoia to assume that. Well, it's clearly not fucking fighting, so why the fuck would they just fucking... No, they're going to fucking mock you and ridicule you, I guess. There's no guarantee Oscar even is aware of who the fuck you are. Because you're not as famous as you think you are, Phil. You are lol cow famous, but you're not, oh my god, it's the biggest content creator on the planet famous.
Day, these morons have been stream snipers. It's the same people jumping around stream snipers, that's why they won't fight me. I just want the match over so I can fight somebody else, and it's the same stream sniping Cammy going from account to account. It's the same loser. It's probably that raw Phil dumb brainless fuck. So no wonder
Hey, shout out to Raw Phil. Raw Phil got his own little shout out. Beautiful.
Played anyone today. Darkseid.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Child returns.
They were right. Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors. They were right. Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself, bitch? They were right. Like, we totally...
Thanks for the $1 tip. This is really not the time to be talking about submissions videos for a show on Sunday. It's just not. You've been asking me about it all day. This is not the right format for that. You can get a gist of how they are by the videos that people have already submitted. Go take a look at the thread, all right? I got a $2 tip.
He's literally just not playing. He's like, I'm going to show it contributions now. Well, I'm going to just let this person kick my arse and hop over me over and over again.
Dude, and again, he's asking me unrelated questions. Darkside Child Returns fighting game streams are not streams to do what you're doing right now. This is not a Q&A stream. This is not a podcast. You're asking me like random Q&A questions. I can't play a fighting game stream if you're going to ask me random questions with these contributions. I can't, all right? And I get it because you're relatively new, but what can I do, right? Like, I can't fucking play a fighting game and have big discussions with people. It's just not possible.
Time over.
Right. Who's next?
This is the same guy. I'm not even kidding. This is the same stream sniper. I've been playing this fucking Camby all day.
Where's the evidence of that, Phil? You have the evidence whatsoever, so shut the fuck up and stay in your lane, bitch.
There you go, mash the button, scrub. I just did EX Dragon Punch and nothing happened. Are you done yet? Are you going to wait? Can you please finish the fight? You stupid, brainless fucking idiot.
Just go for another timeout. Go for another timeout. Let Phil try and chase you and you just fucking keep avoiding them. Fuck it. Just go for that. Just annoy Phil so much and let it fucking get another timeout.
I just want to play the game. I can't play if I'm fighting your dumb fucking ass.
Oh, my Phil might actually win this. Personally, if I was this person, if I was this Oscar person, I would actually let Phil win this particular round. That means that Phil's forced to have one more round of the person.
This is so dumb. I don't want to fight this idiot. You're wasting my time. You're wasting my fucking time. I don't want to play you, dunce. Pacing me all day like a fucking ex-girl.
Okay, people are confused with things like, SGS is saying no bingo. Correct, no bingo. There is no podcast from Phil today. He's not streaming right now because he is busy at this point in time doing an interview with the Cultaholic guys. Phil is planning to do a stream later on for gameplay once he's finished with that interview, but it just means there's no podcast whatsoever. And yeah, King Be Cruel, the Cultaholic interview has not been streamed, no. It's been recorded, you know, now, essentially, and then I think for patrons of Cultaholic or whatever, or members of Cultaholic, they get to see it first. So if you're a member or a patron of Cultaholic, you might get to see it before everyone else does. Just letting you guys know. So there we go. So no, there's no bingo today, so I just kind of thought, well, let's just fucking do something different. Let's just fucking explore. Let's just see what Phil was doing the other night, and let's look at a couple of things as well from the blast in the past kind of things. So like, yeah, I've got a couple of things lined up as well. I wanted to kind of check out things like, remember when Phil was felted into banning Derek? Things like that, you know what I mean? And his little decompression session afterwards where I felt so sad who had to fucking ban Derek, you know, things like that. I've got that to kind of go over as well because I thought that shit is fucking hilarious in my opinion. Just seeing Phil get essentially blackmailed by Kino Casino into banning Derek is unbelievable.
Girlfriend stalker. You're a fucking loser. Ash rub. Look at how it hit me so far. What was EX uppercut? Nothing. That was fireball. That's what the game's giving me. That's what the game gives me when I do fireball, gives me fucking uppercut. Well, I lose that because you dropped my combo. Oh, look, you suck, bitch. There, I win. Now go fuck yourself, stupid shrub. This is the same fucking person stalking me all fucking day. You stupid waste of fucking life. How am I supposed to learn in a game when the same person stalking me all day and I can't play anybody else? So watch, so now I block them. It doesn't matter because this person literally has 40 accounts and they jump around the account stalking me all fucking day. It's like, it's serious, it's actually sad. It's like a stalker who won't leave you alone, who's creeping around the corner when you're out looking at you, taking pictures of you on their phone and shit, and they fucking keep calling you, and they keep fucking showing up at your house. Like, what the fuck is your problem, man? Literally, it's the same. If you watch my stream from earlier, I literally only fought carries and that Cammy over and over. That Cammy fought me like 12 times earlier today.
That was incredible. That amount of sodium he had from that fucking moment was just incredible. I'm kind of curious. So that was the Oscar assault. You know, I'm just kind of checking here our timestamps here. The Oscar meltdown. Bison gets a perfect win. He plays Bison a bunch of times. Terry crash. What does Terry crash mean? Did the game crash?
Fucked up now. This sucks ass. Like, why am I ever gonna learn? Because I don't get to play this again now for ages. This is the problem. Everyone's like, you're playing too many fighting games. Well, then if I don't play, I'll never get better. I won't even be able to learn new characters.
Why is it called Terry crash? I'm wondering.
This sucks ass. This whole situation fucking sucks ass. It's obvious you guys don't care about the fucking game either because look, I got 25 bucks.
Oh, this is what a tweet was from. That's what this is from. This tweet here, that's where it came from. There we go. We now see the origin of it. Fantastic. So Terry crash, whatever. Ranked placements. Beginning with Terry. So he had some ranked placements. So I'm kind of curious. So placement result, Terry.
You know, I'm gonna be like 3-star diamond, I think. 3-star.
Phil was indeed 3-star diamond. So he finally done ranked mode. 2 hours 28 into his stream. And he ended like almost an hour later, and he still was in 3-star diamond. So there you go. So this is the same. This is Phil who was generally thinking that he could manage to get master with Terry in one stream. Nah, didn't happen. And he got demoted.
Smash his drive impact non-stop.
He got demoted as for. He went to 2-star diamond briefly. Hold on. I want to see this. I want to see this demotion. So he's playing our Terry. I just watch him lose to our Terry. Hang on. I want to see the first round. So this fight demotes him. So he just earned his ranking, you know. He's like, okay, I'm going to 3-star diamond, alright. And his first match is when he gets his arse scalped. So he gets D-ranked.
Sure. It's smashing time. I was parrying nothing, no input. I never input a button. Didn't do anything. What a great player. 2 mash drive impacts, 2 guest throws, mash jab. Literal gambling in the corner 5 times in a fucking row. No intelligence in the fucking gameplay. It's the dunce. That's the fucking dunce.
It's Terry time. Phil, you're terrible at this fucking game.
Cash. Here comes the gambling. That's not what I did. I don't like doing that all the time. I'm not doing that. Dude, are you kidding? This guy just mashes drive impact non-stop. He just keeps mashing it over and fucking over like a loser. What a gun. How many times are you gonna fucking mash drive impact?
He rematches him. Is this after the demotion? So he got demoted there to do 2-star diamond. I assume Phil then wins the rematch. You'd think he would win the rematch against him. Like Phil, did I win this one? Yeah, Phil probably won the rematch against the guy, I imagine. But I didn't win that fucking round, that's what I'm sure. Actually, he did. Hold on. Give credit where it's due, okay? Give credit where it's due. Phil has a slight tiny bit of health left there compared to the other guy, and yet Phil came back and won this round, it seems. Just he's spamming. I was thinking, oh, did he do something impressive? Not fucking really. Desperation, button mashing, and just spam at the end to try and get the fucking kill at the end. Those tactics used against him, not allowed. You're a fucking part and play scrub or whatever. Spamming moves and projectiles or whatever. But when Phil does it, oh, it's smart, intelligent gameplay. Fucking hell. So yeah, what else has he got? He got demoted, he played Ed with Terry. And yeah, he had some meltdowns as well. He played a whole bunch of I just used it seen as never good ones there, but I don't think there are. But yeah, Phil essentially didn't have a very good night whatsoever playing Street Fighter. He had a pretty tough time of things, yeah. So as I said, I had no real plan. I had no real plan of attack going into this. I've got things like the Jun the King documentary. You know what I mean? and I was going to like pick some of my favourite parts of the documentary and go over them in some detail, whatever, as to why they stood out to me, things like that as well. But before we do that, how about we remind ourselves of a particular moment when Phil was on the Kino Casino stream talking to the Kino Casino guys and Null, and the topic of Derek was brought up, and all of a sudden Phil was super uncomfortable.
Hear your perspective. Do you know a guy named Derish or Derek?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
He's
like a supporter, moderator, and like thumbnail maker for your stream, right?
Wrong.
No, actually, it's right. There's evidence that Derek has been making thumbnails, not just recently for Phil Burnell, but in the past as well. He made thumbnails for his Terraria gameplay. And Derek was proud to fucking brag about that and post about that on his own channel. You know what I mean? He's made tier makers for Phil, so he's actually made content for Phil's channel. So, yeah, Derek was quite an active member, and he had an active role in helping Phil's content be created. So the fact that you keep fucking saying wrong when we have facts to dispute those actions, Phil, you're not in a position to fucking deny that. You know, Derek himself has admitted this cash already. Also, I have a random fun theory, and I'm not sure if anyone can... you know how OP Boone has apparently gone AWOL from Phil's community? Did that happen at the same time as Derek getting banned? Did OP Boone vanish into the ether when Derek was cast asunder?
All 3 counts. He's not a supporter, he's not a moderator, and he's never made a thumbnail for me whatsoever. All wrong, all detractor bullshit. He's just a viewer.
Okay.
And he made a tier maker for me once or twice.
Okay, tier maker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Josh, do you have like receipts on that? Or is this what you've heard, or is this what's in his thread, or what?
Well, his response is there's definitely a relationship, or when I say relationship, I mean there's definitely like a connection, but his response is actually it falls through a crack. I don't know how to respond to that because the guy is definitely like a fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
and he definitely has like playlists of like little girls and stuff on his YouTube. Like that's archived independently of the forum. But
what do you think?
I think I remember seeing like his badge in chat though, that he had a supporter, like a mod sword or something.
No, that you're seeing someone gifted him a membership. That's what you're seeing. It's just a gifted membership. Anyone can get that on YouTube. That's just, he has no power whatsoever on my streams whatsoever.
Which is also kind of, Phil, Derek has, at least back on the Twitch days, had the power, and even on YouTube days, I've seen it happen as well, because Derek has demanded certain people be banned, and Phil will ban those people. But I know for a fact that Derek has had this unofficial level of authority and power to demand moderators to do certain things that he asks them to do, like ban specific users from the chat because they were saying things that made him not happy. Now, they didn't break any rules or anything, no. But they brought up certain topics or subjects which Derek did not approve of. And even in the mod leaks, I'm pretty sure there was mention of like how to handle Derek, and some of the moderators were trying to get clarity on what to do about handling Derek. You know what I mean? For his unofficial strange little role, you know what I mean? Because he seems to have his own category of how to deal with him, you know, with Derek compared to how everyone else, you know, in the chat. It's strange. He had his own little fucking tier, essentially, the Derek tier, with like a special strange treatment.
But he's allowed in your streams, though.
Yes, he is.
But he has playlists of little kids on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we publicly address this formally? This is good. We can finally do this.
Let's talk about this.
Real.
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
Why is
All
he allowed to be a member of your community when he's such a creep?
That's the one thing that's really fucked. Yeah.
Here's my philosophy.
It's kind of ironic that fucking Kino Casino guys are saying this when like they've also had people within their own communities be creepy little bastards as well. But yeah, it's the hypocrisy there is delicious, you know what I mean? But I guess these fucking lol cows kind of tend to attract this sort of fucking clientele to their streams.
You guys can completely disagree as streamers yourselves, and everyone out there watching, you may also disagree as well. All right, but allow me to lay down my methodology here.
Sure.
Okay. I'm a content creator. Every day I put on a stream. I'm trying to entertain an audience. I'm trying to make a living. I got to chat. People come in, people come out. I see people from all walks of life, people from here, there, and everywhere who attend my streams. And I don't judge anyone for anything but what's going on in my stream.
That is not true, because most detractors have not been on Phil's streams, so don't fucking go there and go cause mayhem. Phil hates Duty, despite Duty not really doing anything within Phil's own streams directly. Correct? Like, most of Phil's animosity towards Duty is based on what Phil has witnessed Duty do outside of his own content. So that argument breaks down straight away. Because Phil has serious problems with fucking, not just, obviously, we can go back way further in time. The SOK and Tevin and Evil AJ, you know, there's so many more examples of Phil having serious fucking problems with what people are doing outside of his content, and he fucking makes it his problem within his content. So this argument that, oh, well, they're not doing it on my streams, so I don't punish them for what they do outside my streams, that is horseshit. Because how many fucking people got banned or whatever just because they're detractors? They're known detractors. You know, it's a fucking bullshit argument, and it's easy to debunk it as well, because, yeah, trying to explain that to Evil AJ, who's guilty, whose one big crime was creating a society don't play. They never fucking interfered with your streams, Phil. Not directly.
Okay? If I see someone in this stream doing something disgusting, having awful things said, or there's, you know, they're breaking the rules, they're out of it. I have rules laid out. Actually, my stream, I think, is a little bit more lax than others, because I used to be known as like the moderator heavy guy, and now I almost don't have any moderators anymore. I kind of handle it all myself. But anyway,
you have a moderator Discord where they fucking keep you in the fucking loop of all the latest detractor shenanigans. So shut the fuck up about pretending you have barely any moderators. You unhappy individual.
My philosophy is, what goes on in my stream is the extent of my responsibility as a streamer to take care of. Now, anyone out there who makes content, do you personally know every single person who's on your stream? Do you know what their life is like behind the scenes? Do you know what kind of stuff that they're into? What, you know, their kinks, their bullshit, what they post on their social media? Of course not. How on holy hell would any of us ever know what all of our viewers are doing? Nor is it in our realm of responsibility to have to actually look into that. You understand? These people are just here to watch me. That's all I care about.
May I just okay, so I understand what you're saying. You don't know everyone's backstory. You can't control everyone. Makes sense. But we have verifiable evidence that Derek is a pedophile.
So thank you very much to XJS for popping their 8-month bingo buy membership message and saying, Saint Philip, protector of PDF files, patron saint of broken dishwashers. Big ups to Chad. Thank you very much, XJS, for that, and also for being a member for 8 months as well. I really would appreciate that as well. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's bizarre. I mean, I said this as well. I said this on the video I made the other day. I uploaded it yesterday, I believe, and I said that the one good thing to come from the Kino Casino arc is the fact that they actually managed to they managed to blackmail, essentially, Phil into banning Derek. You'll see that more clearly as this goes on. And in case you're wondering what I'm alluding to, by the way, with how there's a certain irony about fucking Kino Casino going after Phil for, you know, harbouring Derek in their chat, when they themselves have such creepy individuals in their chat. If I scroll down on Twitter, where did I see it? I didn't have to go too far. I didn't have to go too far on my Twitter. Hey, look at that shit. Ethan Ralph, remember him? Turns out the Kino Casino paedophile was praising Phil DSP Burnell. They try to scrub it, but they didn't scrub it fast enough. There's a person in the Kino Casino crew who has been checking out Phil stuff called C0421. And they got a message to them saying, DSP is actually a cool guy. I really enjoyed seeing him in a collaboration with the Kino Casino. You know, Agent Proper's on there showing a picture of Derek, of course. There we go. Oh, bloody hell. But yeah, there's definitely shenanigans afoot where the Kino Casino guys are having to go to Phil for not wanting to ban Derek, and yet Kino Casino's audience, some of them as well, are creepy little bastards. So yeah, it's funny how Phil Burnell seems to attract an audience of creepy little bastards, isn't it? You know, it's starting to turn into a pattern, Phil.
Well, we have verifiable evidence that Derek is a pedophile. He has playlists of kids, and it's really weird fucking shit. And this is the one thing Ashton and I are like, what the fuck is
what the,
you know, I
is
get
this
what you're
shit?
saying.
And
I get
Josh
what you're saying.
looked into it yesterday. Let's let Josh. Josh, what do you think about what Phil just said?
Well, it's not just this. Like,
I mean, that's actually interesting for like you know, PPP to say that Josh looked into it yesterday. It kind of makes me think that part of this was discussed between them to try and get Phil to do this. It's like, Null kept alluding to it as well during the interview. Null was like on Kiwi Farms, I think, in the chat function of his own website, just saying, you know, let me cook, give me time, whatever, you know what I mean? And he was like, it looked like this was kind of, this seemed to have been kind of pre-prepared essentially by both Kino Casino and Null to stage this kind of intervention, for lack of a better term, to try and get Phil to deal with Derek. Because it seems very well coordinated, essentially, between the three of them into just turning this section on Phil on trying to get rid of fucking Derek. You know, just the wording of it right there was like, oh, Derek, and Null looked into this yesterday. That's what PPV just said there.
You know, I get what you're saying. I get
Josh
what you're saying.
looked into it yesterday. Let's let Josh. Josh, what do you think about what Phil just said?
Yeah.
It's not just this. Like, I mean, knowing about it, like when you find out, like you have to do something about that. And from what I understand, the big point of contention is not just that he's there; it's that other people, you know, who are in your community, who are in your chats, have pointed out that this guy is who he is, and he seems to be getting a layer of protection that people are able to observe. He seems to get away, according to, you know, the people that watch, he gets away with a lot more than other people would. Just in, you know, it's suspicious to them. I don't know. I've not seen this, but that's what that's what they say.
So you don't even know what they're saying. You just think that somehow he's getting some kind of protections in my stream, is what you're saying.
Yeah, either from people in the chat calling it out, or just in regards to his behavior. Like, apparently he spams a lot and he gets a pass with that, and people suspect that there is some kind of association there where he gets a pass. Like, for instance, with the thumbnails, because they say that he has like a monthly vacation, and during that vacation the style of your thumbnails changes, and that is how they come to the conclusion that the thumbnails are being made by him, because they don't get.
And also, since Derek got banned, by the way, Phil's thumbnails have not been the same. So yeah.
Made by him when he's gone.
He's literally never made anything like that for me whatsoever. He's, like I said, the only thing he's ever made is
Okay, hold on. I need to fucking revisit. What can I fucking how do I find this? How about, so I'm trying to find my old tweets here about playlists, and I think here. Okay, let's go full screen for this. Right now, there's gonna be a couple of things here, which where is it here? So. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. There's a couple of things here. Like Derek has made things for Phil in the past. And this is a horrible page of Derek's, you know, creepy little obsessions. Okay, but there's also, remember, examples of like Phil DSP stuff of Derek. You know, like this is like Terraria stuff, I believe. You know what I mean? And Phil. Derek definitely made artwork and thumbnails for, well, he definitely made artwork for Phil for his content, you know, and went into Terraria. But yeah, I mean, this is Derek's playlists, and these are well known. But in case you're wondering when this was discovered, this is like 2015. This is not a brand new revelation. Phil was told with this. Phil was made aware of this almost a decade ago. You know, playlist of like Little Girls and then like, oh, Dead or Alive, bikini request, what the fuck's that? You know, some stuff is like relatively, you know, oh, it's Swifter, lol, I don't know idea what the fuck that is. DSP Gaming plays Derek, aka me. Favourites character, Diva. This shit though, Little Girls Pretty. DSP Gaming Pokemon Moon. DSP Gaming using my fan art. Woo! Cute and pretty. What the fuck is this shit? Yeah, it's just too much. It's way too much. It's like, what in the hell? If you've never seen this shit before, then like, and this is, what the fuck? But yeah. But as well as all the horrible stuff on there, all the examples of Phil, you know, him being proud to have made content for Phil Burnell, artwork and shit for the streams. But Jesus, man. But yeah, that was but yeah, remember though, Derek has nothing to do with Phil's channel whatsoever and doesn't do anything for his channel, apparently, according to Phil. He's attempting to retcon there.
There's 2 tier makers, I believe, over the last year.
So he
That's
has
it.
made stuff though.
He
for you.
2 tier makers, and one that I used on a stream and one I did not.
But
Yeah.
brother Phil, like you can't have a pedophile making stuff for you and part of your community in a broad sense, right? Like you should probably just ban the fucking guy and send him packing. And I think you'd get a lot less shit if you did.
Here's the thing. You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. You
fuck off.
Thank you very much to Ultra Arbalist for popping a 2-month bingo Barry membership and saying Ninja Gaiden 3 2012 had a negative mab mentality of negativity, dude. It's just like me. For real. Snort. Yeah. It's just unbelievable. Revisiting this. I knew it'd be good to revisit this, okay? Just to kind of 1 point out Phil's hypocrisies, you know what I mean? But 2, it's like Phil still is not aware of why it was right to ban Derek. And he makes that perfectly clear as it goes on. As well as in the decompression session afterwards, which we have prepared. But cheers with Arbalist for being a member.
A lot less shit if you did.
Here's the thing. You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. You guys are correct. If I were right now to say enough is enough, too many people have issue with this guy, ban him.
Sure.
Okay? That would solve that problem. However, the big picture that no one's
Let's
looking
solve that problem then.
Okay, but listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
You don't understand the Pandora's box that you open once you do
Phil,
that.
that's a very obvious, like, slippery slope fallacy. It's like you can get rid of the guy that has the
That
little
is
girl
a
playlist on
fallacy,
YouTube without
yeah.
opening Pandora's box. That's
No.
not really direct.
Oh, Josh, you got to listen. All right? Because again, you know how bad my detractors are, correct? You know how crazy they are. The only reason that we even know anything about this person is because my detractors went to all of his personal socials and dug into them deep.
We went and visited Derek's YouTube channel and all his playlists were public. Like it was a lot easier to basically visit. You know, Derek was not shy in promoting his YouTube channel. Derek sometimes made fucking videos and content. And on Derek's YouTube channel, publicly available for all to see at that point in time, was those playlists. And so, the big crime was, oh, let's take a screenshot of their playlists and show everyone what this person is like. And what they're proud to have and all that shit. It was unbelievable. It's just, what the fuck? But in case you're wondering, in case you're wondering whatever happened with things like the playlists or whatever and all, you know, this is a lesser known screenshot, you know, like back like fucking, who knows fucking when, this is like 2017, you know, this fucking shit, you know, like Phil, so Derek was apologising to Phil because like Derek said he couldn't contribute anymore because his mom found out that he used her credit card to tip, and Phil's like, yeah, so Derek's like, I hope you understand, man, and Phil's like, it's cool, Derek, you know, and that's what it is, you know, I guess kids with our credit cards are Phil's fans, yeah. And I tweeted a response to this to Derek saying, hey, don't worry, Derek, at least your mom didn't find out about those YouTube playlists of young girls. And Derek actually responded, I deleted those playlists already. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things where it's like, you know, no, it's bizarre. Like, he actually responded saying, that's okay, she can't find them because I deleted them. I deleted them already, so there we go. I did not expect a response from fucking Derek when I said that to him at the time. Oh, bloody hell. But yeah, it's creepy little bastard. Creepy little bastard. And also picks up his own theory. I guarantee he prior to those playlists rather than delete them. You don't spend that amount of time collecting on 300 videos of little girls to just throw it away. Not when you're a level of creep that Derek is. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. And it's still evidence as well to this day that Phil is... Well, sorry, Derek... I think there's a recent image from his Instagram account or something where he's still following like young girls or whatever the fuck it was. I don't know if it was Instagram or something else. But yeah. Anyway, hold on seconds.
I'm gonna get gold out of you, Phil. I'm gonna get all types of goodies out of you, Phil.
It's too funny. I saw it and I had to play it. I had to. I just had to. I seen it there and I thought I need to play this clip because it's too fucking good. Anyway, let's get back to Phil being filtered about fucking Derek.
But he's a pedophile.
But they got him.
It's
They got him,
deep.
though.
Okay, now hold on. I know.
pedophile,
Listen.
Yeah.
I'm not disputing what you guys are saying, but please let me finish what I'm saying.
For sure.
All right. If the only reason that I know that this guy did something bad is because people went off of the realm of my streams and my content to find it, I'm sorry, But that's not my responsibility to be dealing with. Do you understand? Because here's the thing. Now, please listen. If I ban Derek right now, I call him Derek because that's what I thought his name was. I guess it actually is Darish or whatever. But if I ban Derek right now, here's what will happen. Because here's what Josh just said about Kiwi Farms. If he deletes my thread on Kiwi Farms right now, the detractors go somewhere else to do something worse, correct? If I ban Derek right now, the detractors won because they say, look what we did. We researched a guy who no one would have known he had anything wrong with him by just watching Phil's streams. For the record, Derek has never once talked about any of this malicious activity on my stream. He knows better than that. He doesn't bring that shit. That's his personal life or whatever, right? So he does not do that on my streams.
Kind of not true. Because there's always a tweet. There's always an interesting kind of tweet. Let me scroll down again. Because I think that being said, had a couple of interesting screenshots of classic messages from Phil's chat from back in the day. Hold on a second, give me a second here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I know it's going somewhere. I don't have to scroll too far. Where is it? Where are you? I will find you. I will find you. Now, I think it was that being said. Shared it, Ashley. Am I going to search that being said instead? God damn it. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me search that being said. There we go. Wait, was it that being said? Maybe it wasn't that being said. I thought it was that being said. Or maybe it wasn't them. Somebody had an interest in... Hold on. Maybe they had it in the responses. Or maybe not. But hell, I could have sworn that being said, shared a picture of it earlier on. Of a screenshot of Derek asking for like the age of consent in certain countries. I thought that was a that being said tweet, but I guess I'm wrong. Oh, bloody hell, what the fuck is it in? I have no idea. I have no idea what that message is. I thought it was on. Fuck me, I don't know. But yeah.
Oh my god, what's up?
Oh, hold on, was that what it was? It was a fake tweet. Oh, it was a fake. Oh, for God's sake, it's a fake tweet from fucking Pixar. And that being said, fell for it. Mind you, so Derek did message in Phil's chat one time, Milson Miami Free or something like that. So, anyway. Well, yeah, we all got fooled by a Pixar fake tweet, god damn it. Thank you, Kilt Henson, for the super chat, by the way. It says, I saw Snow Hogan expose a Kino fan going to see a minor and try to deflect by referring to RTU's Dropbox situation. Yikes. As I said, I don't know I'm massively clued up on... I hear some things about some shenanigans going on with other people, you know what I mean? As I said, apparently, as I said, you know, I've only heard today about the Kino Casino situation where they had somebody known fan base be outed as, you know, a creepy little bastard or whatever, you know, themselves, you know, just like Derek. And that person also apparently seems to fucking like Phil. So, things like that, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just one of those things where... Yeah, it's absolutely fucking bizarre how... The more you learn, the more bizarre how... It's like... the more bizarre it all seems to fucking get, you know? That's just the way it fucking goes. What the fuck? Did 50 Cent just make a meme? 50 Cent with their 130... Sorry, with their 13 million followers just made a meme. Comments. Fucking hell. Let's get back to Bingo. Let's just get not Bingo. Let's get back to Phil trying to not ban Derek until he's blackmailed into it.
If I ban him, guess what happens? The detractors say, we got the response we wanted. We'll finally ban him.
If I may,
We're on to the next.
I have a very personal, like, because there's a very comparable story to this. The forum is having a kind of beef with this Ricada guy that you know about. And he dug through some information and he found out that one of the users is a convicted child pornographer from the District of Columbia. And when this was brought to my attention, I banned him. And sure, them finding this out was a win. You know, they won. They got to say, oh, well, the Kiwi Farms has a pedophile. We can prove it. And it's true. It's embarrassing. But I still banned him because I don't want a pedophile on my forum. Do you think that's a fair comparison?
It is a fair comparison. However, what you didn't let me finish this statement here. The moment I ban Derek and these detractors say we won, guess what happens? You just gave them exactly what they wanted. You gave them the attention they're craving, and then they move on to someone else.
Heaven fucking forbid that we should be fucking right about things we're fucking saying about fucking people in Phil's community. Heaven fucking forbid. that we ever should fucking be proven correct within Phil's even within Phil's own community, that we're proven to be fucking right.
And then they move on to someone else.
Phil,
and then they move on to someone else until it's done.
But sometimes in life you have to hold the L. And sometimes bad people are going to get a win.
Phil would rather have a community full of fucking PDFs than have detractors being proven right about these PDFs supporting him. He would rather just protect them all, it seems, yes.
But that's just the reality. You can't have a pedophile in your community, like an open pedophile. And you're basically admitting he's a pedophile.
Oh, no, let me tell you this.
It's okay.
I will say this. I don't know anything about that because I make it a philosophy. I do not personally research my viewers. I think that's fucking creepy that I would spend my time every time that someone says something about someone. I got to go search their socials. I got to go to their YouTube page and search their history.
Wait, may I say one thing? Sorry, may I say one thing? Okay, so you're saying people did research outside the realm of your show and
Right.
whatever. I get what you're saying there. Well, if Derek was caught and you found out that the police found something on him and he's in the middle of a trial right now and he was a pedophile, right? And it wasn't the detractors or anything. It was through legal whatever, right? Then would you ban him because it wasn't detractors?
Well, how would I find out about that? Like, how would I even know that?
A fan of yours goes, I live in the same city as him and I saw him on the news, for example.
Well, what if it was Harvey Weinstein? Like, how bad does somebody have to be before you're like, well, I don't want to associate with this guy?
So if Hitler was on my stream and was still alive, would I ban Hitler, right?
If Adolf Hitler 1488 was an active user on your stream, would you ban him? Because he's only Der Fuhrer in Germany, and you don't know anything about that, right?
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I mean, that's a good point.
That's fucking defeating Phil's own logic. Phil's own logic was used against him there, and Phil's like, yeah, you know what? I can't actually fucking... You used my logic against me, and I have no comeback for that. And Phil's own logic is that he would not ban Hitler. If Hitler was alive and well, and he was in Phil's stream, and he was following the rules of the stream, and probably if they gave him $1 or $2 as well, hint hint, then yeah, Phil probably not ban Hitler because hey, he didn't gas those Jews on his stream. You know? He did all that stuff outside of Phil's stream. Whenever it was on Phil's content, you know, it was quite wholesome, you know, and he shared some of his artwork, you know. Did you know Hitler was an artist? Oh yeah.
But and I totally understand what you're saying. I do. Let me tell you, I've gotten a lot of shit over this. And here's the funny part. What the f does this have to do with me? It's not even anything I've done or ever. I got to take shit because someone got dirt on a viewer of mine who talks a lot in chat or whatever. And again, the other things you've been told are not true. He's not a moderator. He doesn't regularly make any content for me. He's had one tier maker that I made. That's it. Like, that's literally the extent of that. And then he talks a lot.
So if he does have playlists of little girls on his channel, he's creeping on little girls. Do you disavow that behavior?
Oh, absolutely, I do. Absolutely,
so you disavow Derek then?
Yeah, I don't condone any of that. But at the same time, I'm not going to go out of my way to find out who everyone is or what they do outside of the realm of my stream.
We're bringing it to you.
Me and Josh have both looked at it as of yesterday, saw that it was foul and disgusting, and now we're bringing it to you. We're credible. Like, I'm trying to help you.
Yeah. Let me phrase it like this.
I know, but I totally understand where you guys are going with it.
You are totally correct that if you ban this guy, the detractors will start looking into your viewers harder. You are totally correct. That is a completely accurate assessment. But wouldn't you still not want this guy to be in your community or your audience and openly known as this guy? Because if I'll swing it the other way, it's a no-win situation. That's correct. If you don't ban him, if you ban him, then the detractors will look into your other viewers, and you're completely accurate about that. But if you don't ban him, if you do nothing, then they will just continue to bring this up with an accurate line from the point A to point B, and it will always be there, and it will always haunt you, and people will always ask, well, why the f doesn't he just ban this guy if he knows about it? It's a no-win situation. I agree.
You're right.
But I think that one option is better than the other.
So to answer that, at least in my experience, and I'm 42 years old. I don't know how old you are, Josh, but I'm 42 years old.
Why does it fucking matter? This is the same person I thought it was fucking acceptable to be a fucking homophobic, racist, sexist piece of shit when he was in his fucking late 20s. Like, Phil Burnell did not realise, as a full grown-ass man, that it actually wasn't fucking a good thing to do, to kind of be quite racist. You know, oh, you had to learn that the hard way. He was a young, naive, foolhardy 28-year-old when he learned, oh, being openly fucking racist online, on the internet, making content, maybe not be a good thing for Blip TV.
I've learned in my 42 years on this planet that I would much rather deal with the devil I know than the devil I don't. And what I mean by that is, I know who Derek is. I can't confirm or deny what you guys are saying because I've literally never looked into it.
How can you say you know who he is when you won't look into it?
That is a fantastic fucking play. I can't believe I know who Derek is. Phil fucking pretended he fucking knows who fucking Derek is when he's fucking saying I've got no idea what he's fucking doing here. And that was like, I mean, that's probably one of the best parts of the whole interview. That's probably one of the best parts right fucking there. That immediate fucking clap back there, saying how in the fuck can you even claim that? How can you claim that when you won't even look into it?
You guys are saying because I've literally never looked into it.
How can you say you know who he is when you won't look into it?
I know who he is in my chat. I know who he is as part of
This is flat out delusional, though. Like, if you look at his Twitter account, it's just straight up.
Okay,
the version of us, so this is like a re-upload, but they censored all the words, so that's why I keep hearing bleep noises, so you won't hear them saying the naughty words, for example, you know what I mean? So there we go.
I believe you. You're telling me this now as a neutral third party, correct? You're neutral.
Yeah, and we think it's very foul. Like Phil, this is not like, oh, someone's kind of like an incel or weird or whatever. And
it's three playlists. This is like 100 videos of just little girls doing innocuous things.
Actually,
it's genuinely fucking creepy.
Well, if this is what you guys are telling me, then yeah, I'm gonna ban him.
Let's go. Yeah, honestly, you should ban him.
Hold on. The devil, that was the devil I knew. You understand?
Yeah.
So I can deal with that. I know how to deal with this guy. He talks a lot in the chat and whatever, and it's annoying to certain people. And I got to hear people talk about what he does in his personal life. But now when I ban him, now I got to deal with the devil I don't know. What's the next person who's now going to get harassed by my detractors? And I don't want this to be like Phil's viewer hunt.
I understand that, but I think regardless of what you do, your viewers are going to get harassed.
And they're still going after your other viewers, dude.
This happened before.
Like,
there were whales on the DSP channel who got doxxed. And I think that was one of the other things where I was kind of irritated with people on the DSP board because they were doxing, like, I don't remember his name, but there was a guy that gave you a lot of money, and simply because he gave you a lot of money.
You have to understand something. What you're describing right now is a normal day of behavior on that forum about me. That's not like the exception to the rule. That's literally what happens every time a whale shows up to support me. They get doxxed on your forum.
And that's why the Derek thing doesn't matter, because it's like they're going to be pieces of shit no matter what. And honestly, like, we're telling you right now, I swear, Phil, we've been as nice as possible. I gotta say, this Derek guy is twisted. Like,
it's just bad news, Phil. And you gotta get rid of this guy. Like, you know, you didn't know until today, but now you know. And I'm just telling you, man, if you don't,
it gets worse if you don't do anything about it.
It gets way worse if you don't get rid of him. And quite frankly,
here it is. Here's the big selling point. This is when Phil Burnell was completely 100% convinced I've got to ban Derek here, because here's the ultimate here of do this or we're fucking going. It's kind of ultimatums here.
Our audience isn't going to tolerate Derek, and and nor do I. I'm not going to tolerate Derek either. And some people in chat are saying, why haven't you banned Derek from this chat? If Derek hasn't been banned from our chat already, I advise every single mod to ban him, because I honestly, like, it's just this weird, creepy stuff. Like, he's got con going on his Twitter. He had that YouTube playlist of little girls. And then everything he talks about is all the time. And it's just a bad look for you to be associated with it, Phil. And I think if you were to cut this cancer off at the legs and just throw him the out, I think you would win a lot of respect and support from people straight up.
See? And here's the thing, what you just said. So if you were to cut the cancer off, but the thing is, he's not me. He's just a dude in my chat.
But
so I get what you're saying.
Is reality,
the only reason that association ever existed is because my detractors went and stalked the guy to figure out the information. I'm not being sympathetic to what he's doing. I'm sympathetic to 100%. The fact that this guy never did that in my chat. And then the rules now are going to become, oh, well, now if you ever do anything that's deemed immoral, Phil might ban you from his chat.
The pedophilia,
and I don't want
sort of
people
like
to think that.
surpasses
You know
a lot of immoral stuff,
You
in
know-
my opinion. And also, you know, we have a lot of viewers here. If someone went and found something on one of the viewers and it was like they're fucking, you know, pedophile, this, that, the other, we'd surely ban them without even a thought, right? Especially if it came out to be true. And you're like, okay, this guy, and it's not like it's like a rumor. It's this guy on his main channel. You click view channel and he's got it open. Like, he's like, here it is, guys. And we really think that I know what you're saying, that your detractors will be crazy and psychotic and go after other people, but they'll do that anyway. And I'd respect you a lot if you just got rid of him. And, you know, it sort of puts a precedent to, I will not let people who believe in this shit in my chat.
I'm just saying the proof is like overwhelming. Like it's undeniable when you look at it. It's just too overwhelming to deny. So
Okay, done. All right. So, I mean, I'll be honest. Here's my final statement on it. It makes me sad for 2 reasons. Number one, it makes me sad.
It makes him sad. It makes him sad. Keep in mind, it makes him sad to do the right thing. You know what I mean? Like, what was the moral high ground here for Phil to try and protect him for so goddamn long? What is his moral compass about trying to fucking protect him for all this time? I mean, for what reason? It's like, Phil, this person should not have had anything to do with... Like, no, they don't belong. They should not have been a part of it anyway. You had them there anyway, just... But it makes you sad, Phil. Well, why does it make you sad? What 2 reasons? Go on. Tell me your reasons why you're sad, Phil.
Sad to know that this guy does all that shit, because I heard it for like 2 years now, and I'm just like, it's just the detractors, right? Maybe they're exaggerating, they're making it up. And I made a philosophy. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to look into it, because if I do, I've broken my own moral code that I'm not going to look and stalk and harass my own viewers. So that's why I haven't done it until today. But now that you guys have said this to me, I believe you. I don't think you have anything to gain by lying to me.
So why didn't you believe Brian? Top tier rated on Twitter. Why did you not fucking believe Brian? He brought us up to you as well. When you were making content together, like a few weeks before this Kino Casino stream, Brian mentioned it to you. Brian talked to you about Derek and you ignored Brian. You're friends from back in the fucking day. You've known Brian for fucking over a decade, for like 15 years or something. You've known Brian a long ass fucking time. And yet, he mentions this to you, brings it up to you, and you don't handle it. You don't deal with it. You ignore it. So you fucking ignored it for fucking a decade or so. When the detractors kept bringing it up and your own audience kept going up, you know, it doesn't matter where Phil heard it from, whether it was fucking detractor or dented, Phil kept ignoring the situation. He heard of the rumours, he knew of the rumours, he was very clued up on everything. But he chose not to deal with it because, for whatever fucking reason, Phil... Derek had some sort of power over Phil. It's weird to fucking think of a different way to phrase it. Like, there's no other person within Phil's community within the last 20 years. I know his community is not 20 years old, but you get what I'm saying. Like 15 years. Within the last 15 years, nobody in Phil's community has had the protection that Derek has had. Until Kino Casino came along. Until the money came, Colin. Money talks and creepy little bastards walk.
So I will be banning him when he shows up, because you know undoubtedly he's going to show up in my chat this week, and I will ban him on all of my channels. Okay, that's
a righteous decision, King.
But
I'm sad.
Here's why I'm sad, all right?
Yeah.
To be honest with you guys, from what I know of the guy in my chat, he actually was like a good person in the chat.
He seemed nice. Yeah.
He's a nice guy. He adds nice comments. I mean, he's needy. He always asks, "Hey, talk to me." Why is he not talking to me, right? But he has very nice positive comments.
What?
You know,
can you explain that? What does that mean?
But Phil,
no, he needs attention. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the...
talk positive about the pedophile, right, Phil?
No, I'm not. No, I just understand. If you separate that, because that was been my philosophy.
He's got candy for the kids.
When this guy showed up to the chat, he came with this entire van full of candy. It was so nice. Everyone got their favorites.
This is like, you know someone for a while, and you only know, like, so let's say you're at work, and someone at work is someone you're friendly with, right? And you're like, wow, they're a nice guy. Then you
yeah, because you fucking know what it's like to fucking be like at work. Yeah, go use a situation you're also very unfamiliar with. 1, being at a job, and 2, having friends.
find out 2 years later that this guy's a scumbag, like something like this, that's the feeling I have about it. But you guys are absolutely correct, so I'm gonna get rid of him because I trust you.
Yeah.
God bless you, Phil. I appreciate.
But you didn't trust Brian, your long-term friend. You didn't trust your community, who kept telling you about Derek and the problems they had with Derek and how they didn't want him there. You didn't trust the overwhelming evidence the tractors kept providing time and time again for over a decade now. But you will trust Kino Casino, who you've known at that point in time for less than a month. When this happened, when this fucking thing happened with Null, you know what I mean? Phil had known these guys less than a month. And Phil's like, you know what, I trust you guys. I trust you guys. You guys have lined my pockets quite well thanks to your audience coming over to support my content, so I trust you guys more so than anyone else that has talked to me about Derek within the last decade. Be they friend or foe.
Okay, that. Josh, give us your thoughts here, and then we'll go back to Phil, and we'll do a few more rounds of questions here.
Just real quick here. Tetrabacks with 25 gifts.
Wow!
Who the fuck cares? So Phil got to convince him to fucking ban a creepy little bastard. After the Kino Casino stream, Phil went on his own stream once again and had a decompression session. And remember, before you even go live here, is Phil live now, or is he still doing this thing? Phil has a stream planned for less than an hour's time. And I can tell you that he's in his chat now, but he's not mentioned anything in it since like an hour. Like, in case you guys are wondering, he was in his chat here. It's not a live show for the interview that he's having. There's no podcast. The stream starts when I'm done being on the Cultaholic show, which isn't being streamed, and I'll stream as long as I usually do until 4 PM PDT. So there we go. So that's what's happening with Phil, in case you were curious. But let's watch. There's several segments here from Phil's decompression session where he addresses Derek, but he's determined not to address it, and yet his audience can't help but address it.
Everyone's saying thank you to agree to ban a certain person. All right, and when again, just for the record, on YouTube, you cannot just ban someone. They actually have to be on your stream or in your content to ban them. So until that happens, I can't do it. But when it happens, I will do it. Period. And I don't even really have anything else to say about that subject. I talked about it enough. I just want it behind me at this point. I've had enough. Seriously, I just had enough, man.
So yeah, it's Phil right there, right from the bat. Phil's like, I've had enough of this. You know what I mean? I don't want. I was like, I've had to ban Derek, and I'm very sad I having to ban Derek, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. The problem there, though, is that Phil, Phil feels like he didn't have. Phil feels like he shouldn't have had to ban Derek. Phil was essentially coerced and blackmailed by the cool kids into banning Derek. The cool kids that had all this fucking money. But let's go to. So he said that, and then a minute passes or whatever, and then he kind of semi-addresses it again.
He allows to take place on his site. I know. The thing is, what I find as I get older is there are no heroes and villains. There are people who all have different perspectives on what they think is right.
As I'm talking about QE Farms, by the way, and Josh, no. So there we go. Blah, 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 blah. So hold on. And then he responds to super chat like a minute later.
El Chupacabra, thank you for the super chat. Good on you on the commitment for the ban. Yes, the ban is coming. The ban is coming. Don't worry. It has to happen at this point. Okay. Okay.
There we go. So everyone, his own chat, his own community are out in force to celebrate the banning of Derek. His own chat are joyous, and they're coming forth to fucking praise Phil for finally being brave enough to ban the cursed Derek from that community, which they also, love and Phil's just so super sad because he's been coerced into banning Derek. Oh, but it's unbelievable. It's too fucking good. Less than a minute later, Big Papa Phil also has something to say about Derek.
Big Papa Phil says, honestly, you did well. I think you could come clean to anything you want at this point, and everything was just be seen positive. There you go.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. I'm DSP, as always.
But hold on, it's not about. Hold on 2 seconds. Where is it? Blah blah blah. I'm trying to. There's so many times. Derek, but put it this way, Phil no longer can mention Derek by name. He turns into like fucking the Voldemort meme, who or whatever, he who must not be named. So it's like, what the fuck, man? It's just unbelievable. Where's the next one here? Here we go. Here we go. Here's the next one. This is 5 minutes into his decompression session, by the way.
I received a $25 tip from Jason.
Insert whale noise here.
I am proud of you for putting your foot down for what's right, getting rid of a twisted demon. Whatever that means. All right. Thank you very much.
You know exactly what that means, Phil. You know exactly what that means. Well, so there's so many people in his chat during this fucking stream he had where they're just full of fucking praise. You know? And this one here is, somebody called Andy gave him a super chat. And this is where Derek stopped being named. The name is banned.
Listen, just having normal conversations and everything. Excuse me. Andy did a super chat. Without a doubt, the biggest W is banning you-know-who. Sometimes to evolve means to leave the old shell behind. Andy and Ash want you to succeed. Again, I honestly don't see why this was such a big thing put on me. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stop someone from acting one way. You know what I'm saying? So
oh, shit. Thank you very much to WPIG for the raid. WPIG, their stream has finished. They were streaming earlier on. They've been going for, like, 3-4 hours, And, yeah, there we go. Big ups to WPIG. I think they're actually, ironically enough, I think they also had a stream about certain PDFs. So, yeah. And, so, yeah, it's good to... So, yeah, welcome. Well, if you came from WPIG, then welcome to me just randomly trying to... There's no bingo today. Phil isn't doing a podcast, so there's no bingo because of that. And so I just decided to have a random look through Phil's recent shenanigans, you know what I mean? I'm winging it. I'm just fucking winging it here. I'm just fucking flying by the seat of my pants. So yeah, and I'm just going through all the times when Phil Burnell, he's trying to decompress from the Kino Casino stream, and yet his whole entire audience are celebrating and they're joyful because Derek has gone. Derek has been banned, and Phil's like, I'm so surprised. This is a big deal.
I honestly don't see why this was such a big thing put on me, because you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stop someone from acting one way. You know what I'm saying? So banning someone from chat doesn't solve the problem, correct? And the person, they do not have an association with me. They're just a stream viewer. So to me, it's like, I don't get why this is an association, why people are upset anyway, but I'll do it. Whatever. Whatever.
So so that right there is one of the biggest revelations. Phil banned him, right? Not because it was the right thing to do. Not because Phil thinks that they fucking deserve to be banned. But he done it because he thought, because he saw how strongly Kino Casino felt about it. And because Kino Casino were essentially threatening Phil to not support Phil if Derek remained a part of his community, Phil was like, okay, you guys have convinced me, I'll get rid of him. But here's Phil openly admitting and confessing to his audience, why? I mean, I don't understand why I have to ban him. It's just an unbelievable revelation there from Phil. Just to openly admit, yeah, I banned him because someone else told me to, not because I thought I deserved it.
Why would I be angry with the Kino Casino guys? No, not angry at all.
Now, of course, some people in his chat thought it was like kind of a setup, you know what I mean? I think so. I don't think the whole entire stream with, Null and Kino Casino and Phil was an ambush or whatever, you know what I mean? But I thought that segment, when Derek was brought up and mentioned, that to me clearly was like some sort of kind of intervention, for lack of a better term. But there we go. So this is like less than 10 minutes into his decompression session where he's fucking talking about it, not shit, you know what I mean? And people can't help but keep mentioning this to Phil, saying thank you for banning so and so, thank you for banning the unspoken one. And what's happening here? Hold on 2 seconds. I'm trying to find the next segment where I fucking talks about it. Here's Phil being happy with how the show went.
Well, thank you guys. Everyone's saying that basically it went really well. They really enjoyed it. I'm glad to hear that. In truth, this is me being very honest with you guys. Again, I was honest on the show. I didn't even know that person. I didn't know any, like,
that person. Derek is now that person. I don't know that person.
In truth, this is me being very honest with you guys. Again, I was honest on the show. I didn't even know that person. I didn't know any, like, the extent of anything. I've had people coming to me saying, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, but I don't look into it. Because, like I said, my philosophy is I don't want to stalk my viewers. I don't want to have to follow my viewers around the internet and be responsible for each and every one of them and what they're doing outside of the realm of my streams, nor should I be. And now, it seems like that's what I'm supposed to be doing. No, I can tell you right now, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to sit here and look into your guys' lives and shit. That's messed up, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but I don't, I'll do it because it's what everyone wants, but I don't necessarily agree with that philosophy. You know,
Because you're looking at it as further cemented, doubling down on his belief that he should not have banned Derek. But he banned Derek not because he felt it was the right thing to do, but because other people were telling him and demanding him to do it. Because they believed it was the right thing to do. If Phil had his way, Derek would not be banned. Phil does not understand and comprehend why Derek had to be banned. But because they wouldn't, because the Casino guys would not stop going on about it, and because they kept pressuring Phil, nudging that little pressure point, Phil eventually caved in and thought, well, these guys have been responsible for a lot of my recent success. I don't want to fucking piss off them and alienate my new best friends. So I'm going to fucking try and appease my new best friends and get rid of one of the most loyal viewers I've ever had. And this is Phil. It would be one thing. It would be one thing if Phil actually opened his eyes and was aware that Derek was a problem. But Phil is openly admitting here that Derek, he didn't want to ban him. And he's only banned him because of Kino Casino telling him to. Not because Phil Burnell thought, yeah, I need to get rid of this guy, he's a problem. In Phil's eyes, Derek is not a problem. In Phil's eyes, Derek's done nothing wrong. But because Kino demanded it, then Kino get what they fucking want. And screw loyalty to fucking the most loyalist of fucking viewers to Phil's fucking content.
no. El Chupacabra, thank you for your super chat as well.
I just fucking funny. As I said, it's only 10 minutes into his fucking decompression session. It's so fucking hilarious. It really fucking is. Blah 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 blah. And here's someone mentioning Derek's Twitter.
No, I don't. Again, I don't follow him on Twitter. I've never been to his YouTube page. I don't do any of that shit. I have nothing to do with any of it at all.
Phil used to follow him on Twitter and then stopped following him on Twitter. I think Phil stopped following Derek on Twitter the same time he unfollowed Rambo and Howard. I think that was part of that kind of culling, if that makes sense, which has gone back quite a fair bit. But there you go. So what's the next mention of Derek? There's so many fucking mentions of fucking Derek. It's fucking hilarious. You keep fucking going on and on here. Oh, here it is again. Here's a brilliant analogy. Who's ready for a fucking restaurant analogy? Who is ready for yet another restaurant analogy? Here we go. Restaurant analogy time.
You know what? Without your knowledge according to the stream, that's right. I respect, oh no, without knowledge according to the stream, right. I respect you so much more that you're getting rid of him, but it's a terrible look to say a prominent member of the community being that doesn't fall on you when you lean and ban anyone who says something mildly opposite to your opinions. Because they did it in the chat. You don't understand the difference between they did something in the chat in front of me against the rules, you violated the rules, you're gone, versus, oh, I just through hearsay heard something. If you ran a restaurant and someone who's a known criminal walked into your restaurant, but you don't have evidence that they're a known criminal, do you throw them out of your restaurant? Or do you know what I'm saying? Everyone's welcome in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't get that. And I'm not going to argue the semantics of this over and over because I already have argued it. So there you go. He's already going to be banned, so you can stop talking about it now.
Nah, your audience, no, this is Phil's own fans who want to talk about it because they've been wanting Derek gone for so long. And now he is gone. His audience can't help but fucking just feel waves of positivity. And they're letting Phil know how happy they are that Derek is gone. And just Phil's fucking he's desperate. I don't want to talk about it, guys. I don't want to mention it, guys. I'm going to have to ban Derek because I was told to do it by the cool kids, but I don't want to ban Derek. Boo fucking who? Oh, brilliant. I think this is one more mention of it, like a minute later. Phil was desperate not to mention Derek at all, and this entire decompression session was just basically Phil getting talked to it about Derek.
Our hangout spot. I was serious this morning when I did that. When I made that statement that that's the last time I'm talking about duty, I have no reason to talk about the guy again. I'm literally like, I'm nervous and scared that the guy is how he is.
That didn't fucking last long, did it? Phil, so on 26th of August, literally a month ago, Phil's like, I'm not talking about duty again. Duty scares me. I'm terrified of fucking duty. That is the very last time I'm going to fucking talk about duty because that guy scares me. And since then, we've had very special duty segments on Phil's streams, and Phil constantly fucking name drops him. So yeah, that didn't fucking last long, did it?
And I want nothing to do with him. I already said my piece, and other people have eyes on him now that I feel like I've done my job, you know, with enough exposure, and I'm done with that, right? So thank you to the king. Excuse me. Thank you to You Got Felted, because the king has spoken and did a super chat. Thank you for that. I'm gonna wait for your super chats to pop up in my queue because so many pop.
And blah 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 blah. Is there any more references? I think that might be one of the last prominent references that Phil mentioned about fucking Derek. What's this one here? This is actually a good one. This is a good one. I think this is a good one here, right here. Let's be the last one.
This bullshit. I have nothing to prove, nothing to say. There's nothing to do about it. It's done, right?
Hold on, what was this about? Hold on, what was it about?
We made the joke yesterday. It's a stupid, a really fucking stupid thing that I'm done with. Like, I have nothing to answer for at all. I'm good, and I'm moving forward positively, and that's that. Seriously, I've had enough of this bullshit. I have nothing to prove, nothing to say. There's nothing to do about it. It's done, right? We are good.
This is the funny bit. This bit here.
You were going to quit drinking today, but the banning of so-and-so is a moment to celebrate. Who knew that this was such a big deal? I certainly didn't. I really didn't think it was a big deal at all. I guess it was, but I wasn't aware.
Jesus Christ, man. You weren't aware. This is the happiest that Phil's ever seen his community. And he's sad because I had to ban Derek. It's just incredible. It's just like, his entire decompression session is like just filled with his audience, like joyous. Anyway. That's incredible. Anyway, let's move on to something different, shall we? Let's move on to something slightly different. How about some of my favourite moments from the eternal downfall of Darkside Phil? June the King's documentary, in case you guys are curious, the re-upload, so June the King had to re-upload a documentary, and it's got 126,000 views. The original documentary is still on his channel unlisted, because, WWE claimed it. And that version...
A school's graduating...
Shut up. That version has 823,000 views. So if you add up the views combined, 823,000 plus 126,000, that's like close to 950,000 views for the two of them combined. Interesting number. But there you go, just kind of thought I'd show you guys those metrics, whatever. There's several interesting moments in the June documentary. One of my favourite ones was like basically June pointing out Phil's decision to move across the country.
Phil, mid-2014, finally committed to move. Some discernible reasons for our move were mainly tied to having a larger living space allowing for more storage, and would give Phil and Panda Lee their own space as they were seeking to move in together. Common strategies would suggest Phil would either sell or rent his condo and then move in somewhere close by. This would allow easy access to the condo for maintenance. The social elements are as important, like his friends and family that were all living in Bridgeport. With this in mind, what does Phil do?
I got the confirmation over the weekend that we are good to go. We are closing this week. By the end of this week, I will be the owner of a beautiful new townhouse / condo in Washington State. It's probably going to cost me about $7,500. I shit you not, it's that expensive to move across the country.
Phil had decided to move from Connecticut to quite literally across the country to Washington to purchase a condo for $265,000. What's more, for 2013, with Phil's viewership on his main channel, he had made just shy of $100,000 gross, a steep decline from the $170,000 gross in 2012. This indicates continued loss of revenue and pressure to pull back on spending. And even though Phil should have money saved up, he was still petitioning his audience for donations.
Right
Some things never change.
now, I'll be honest with everyone, the past month to 2 months, April and now May, up to now have been pretty slow. But, I needed a little bit of help in these times when things are slow, okay?
The situation he was revealing was far more dire than initially thought. Phil was technically still in debt as he paid the minimum on his mortgage for his Connecticut condo, and as later revealed, Phil, as he claims, emptied his bank account to finance a move, meaning somehow the hundreds of thousands of dollars he should have saved were supposedly gone. In addition to this, he began using credit cards to continue his lavish lifestyle that was far beyond unsupportable. Quote, "I'm a successful YouTuber and lots of people dislike me because I am successful and outspoken. I should have signed up here with a different name, but I didn't think that far ahead. I may do so now." Unquote. This was Phil in a forum for the mobile game WWE Supercard.
Imagine Phil being addicted to a mobile game. You wouldn't catch modern Phil doing that these days. No. Yeah, the Washington move segues into the chapter about continued financial waste and the controversy as well. And all that shit. So the move itself was a brief chapter. It was a wee brief chapter of him moving, but it's one of those things. It is one of the biggest things in Phil's life, in my opinion. Him moving away from home, moving across the entire country, and it really did kind of set up Phil's downfall. if Phil had never moved in the first place and just stayed in Connecticut, I don't think the bankruptcy would have happened. He would have still been close to family, you know, especially his parents. Leanna probably wouldn't have moved in with him, at least not. I mean, they would have fucking got a place close by, I imagine. But yeah, Phil, even though the success he had was dwindling, felt compelled just to fucking do it anyway. Even though he knew it would probably be hard to sustain that lifestyle. But he was determined to fucking get it anyway, I guess. I don't know, it's fucking bizarre. So that section anyway, as well, is pretty good in the Junior King documentary. Things also, you know, John Rambo speaking out. Always good to fucking get reminded of that, you know, always good for... And all his best friends, his best friends were compelled to make a fucking video about Phil Burnell and respond to Darkside Phil because Darkside Phil kept fucking name dropping him time and time again, so that is fucking set the record straight.
And then deleted it about a day after. Then it was re-uploaded in perpetuity by channels archiving the material. And so in permanence was this about hour-and-a-half podcast of evidence where John Rambo details his falling out with Phil. From Phil unfollowing him on Twitter, to Phil drunkenly messaging him late at night while watching their Let's Plays and not calling him even though John Rambo said he preferred that over text. It was all this, plus other minute issues like merchandise both parties invested in, Phil's susceptibility to trolling, his self-destructive tendencies, and other private elements that caused his falling out. At the end, John Rambo offers an olive branch by stating that a phone call could fix this. But Phil never did call. And so Phil lost touch with the last friend he had. Not even a month later, now closing 2015, Machinima informed Phil that they will no longer honor the $2 CPM contract and would instead swap to paying him with the raw ads, which would further decrease his earning potential.
Yes, that's also a big factor in Phil's downfall. It's a whole bunch of things combined. Him going, you know, spending shit tons of fucking money to move across the goddamn country. Him making less money on YouTube as well, you know, all these things they kind of just all snowballed into Phil hemorrhaging fucking money and maxing all these fucking credit cards. Downfall sitting in the fake engagement, the fake engagement ring. Phil was still confused when he reacted to this in live time. When he reacted to this on his own channel, on his React channel, he was so confused about the fake engagement ring still. It was so fucking weird. And then the breakup, the continued downfall, he owes money to IRS. This bit doesn't get enough prominence, I think, of Phil owing money to the IRS.
Claims the reason behind this is because he continued to list the services of his accountant from Connecticut.
To clear the air here, because a lot of people have misconceptions, my tax attorney in the state of Connecticut was a certified public accountant, was a dean of accounting at a college for several years, and was one of the highest accredited guys in the state of Connecticut. This is not some Joe Schmo asshole who I just got. And by the way, I paid this guy thousands of dollars to do my taxes, all right? I think the most he ever charged me was like over $1,500 one year to do my taxes properly.
The importance of this is now Phil was claiming to owe state taxes since 2014. Stacking yet another reason why 2017 was the year that finally doomed Phil financially. But at least he wasn't bankrupt. The grander and more dramatic reveal this year was of his new girlfriend. Yet the reveal photos only show the back of her head. Phil to be—
Oh, so yeah, Phil has never actually admitted this, but I'm convinced as all hell that because Kat was still actually in a relationship with her boyfriend at the time, back home in fucking Michigan or whatever, that Phil, they could not. It was not possible for Phil to show up her face in case the boyfriend found out. Lo and behold, the boyfriend did actually find out, and so Kat was suddenly homeless. Where do you think hashtag save the house came in? Phil Burnell cried and bitched and whined and I need some money, guys. Hashtag save the house. I'm in danger of fucking keeping this house. I need some money to fucking make sure that we can save the house. And what was that money used for? Phil used that money he bid his audience for to move Kat in with him. Sooner than planned. Because Kat was suddenly homeless, because the boyfriend found out about her little secret affair with Phil, and so kicked her out. I'm 99.9% sure that is the situation how it unfolded. At least that's kind of the narrative we got from Superman when I watched it as well. So yeah, and also at the time these pictures fueled some speculation as to, obviously, remember the escort saga shit happened as well. That's fucking, bloody hell, that was fucking. Less said about that, the fucking better. Jesus Christ, that escort saga was a fucking mindfuck. But yeah, the absolute best stuff, obviously, in the documentary though, is things like the bankruptcy arc and the WWE Champions as well. That kind of shit as well, just absolutely insane. Mepia points out the restraining order was June 2017. She admitted Jeff found her DMs to Phil in May 2017. Didn't she get moved in though, like at the start of the year or something? I thought it was one of these things that happened, like, I'm not sure when Kat moved in officially. Also, the pictures there was Kat decorating the tree, the Christmas tree, you know? Like if we go back to wherever the fuck it is. There, hold on, I knew I had it. There. Damn it, not you, no, not you. Damn it, there. Jesus. That, she's decorating a Christmas tree there. So, this was what? Was it December 2017? Why was Phil... Hold on, that makes no fucking sense then. I'm so confused now about the timing of things. When you think about it that way, because she was DMing... The restraining order was in June 2017. She admitted that Superman, Jeff, found the DMs to Phil in May 2017. Which means you'd think then that the relationship between them would have fallen apart by that point in time. So, where was Kat living then if Superman had a restraining order against him between 2017 summer and why could Phil not reveal her? Like, if this was not... I always thought, by the way, that Phil hiding Kat's face in these pictures was so the boyfriend wouldn't find out. You know? I generally thought that, but it doesn't kind of line up with the evidence, essentially, because... So, yeah, if Phil had no reason to hide her face, then why? I don't know. I'm so fucking confused. Fucking Phil, just being Phil. You know, fucking weird and awkward. But yeah, there you fucking go. Anyway, let's move on to the bankruptcy arc.
And, you know, there's really no way out besides declaring bankruptcy. Like, there's no way. How are you going to get out of not only owing all this debt that you have behind the scenes through credit cards and loans, but now you've got a home that you can't pay for and they're going to foreclose on you. Chances are they're going to sue you.
The bankruptcy forms made it into the hands of the detractors. In these dense, lengthy legal forms were revelations that finally, among many other things, put a number on Phil's total debt. The unsecured creditors on page 20 list all of Phil's unsecured claims, so items that had no collateral such as personal loans and credit cards. The page 1 of 7 on the bottom right corner was already hinting at the sheer amount of debt Phil had incurred. The only thing more impactful will be going through all the individual accounts. And so, number 1, $1,100.
So this, by the way, this segment here, not obviously the topic itself is great, but June taking the time to read out these figures one by one. He could have fucking just summarised it, but he reads out every single individual one, emphasising the height of Phil's out-of-control spending.
Impactful will be going through all the individual accounts. And so, number 1, $1,100 to an American Express card. Number 2, $6,400 on a different American Express card. Number 3, $26,000 to Bank of America. Number 4, $2,700 to BMW of North America. Number 5, $10,700 to a Capital One credit card. Number 6, $14,100 to a Chase credit card. Number 7, $8,500 to a Citibank credit card. Number 8, $13,800 to a different Citibank credit card. Number 9, $15,600 to Citibank. Number 10, $10,000 to a Discover credit card. Number 11, $9,300 to Lenny Club Corporation. Number 12, $4,300 to Prosper Marketplace. Number 13, $3,800 to Sam's. And finally, number 14, $4,700 to US Bank. This comes to a grand total of $131,550.28. The secured loans with collateral, include his car and Washington condo, which was now his only condo. To add to this, on page 19, readers could see Phil still owed over $100,000 on his Connecticut condo, in which he originally purchased for $131,000. This means he was paying the minimum, or if he really wanted to, he could have paid the entire thing off and lived there within just a few years of purchasing it. Instead, he is now here, 11 years later, owing the IRS $15,000, having virtually no credit, being stripped of what little he accrued and being returned back to nothing. Was it worth enduring a decade of trolls, daily streams, managing lies, and being hated in the only community you know? The answer is yes, because Phil has something almost no one else has.
Level 13 WWE Superstar, introducing Down from the Rafters.
To be fair, that was a fast count from the ref. But yeah, this wee animation just fantastic. It's a brilliant segue. It's a brilliant segue into WWE Champions segment. Obviously, WWE Champion stuff, gold tier as well.
Phil's plights were all worth it because of this Candy Crush, gotcha-designed phone game themed around the WWE, known as WWE Champions. It is important to note that Phil has refuted investing into this game to the extent people have claimed. Despite a mountain of very strong evidence, he has room to dismiss it because there is no smoking gun. Phil has a history of playing other mobile games themed around the WWE, and was not shy to spend money on microtransactions to get an advantage. However, on WWE Champions, there is an account that has seen some tremendous climbing in the leaderboards that would be impossible without microtransactions. This account's name was They Call Me DSP. Phil's Twitter handle is also They Call Me DSP. Phil has a history of using that username in other apps like Pokemon Go, and Phil in the past has admitted to playing.
WWE Champions is a game that plays a lot like Candy Crush, of all games, or what's the other one, Bejeweled. It plays like those two games with wrestlers, and honestly the game cheats and is not very good, but I just play it because it has wrestlers in it.
What detractors seek to prove is that the account They Call Me DSP is indeed Darkside Phil. If they can attach this account to Phil, then that alone proves that Phil spent tens of thousands of dollars on this game. This is where TJ Gamebox comes in, a person that plays the same mobile game.
There you go, so TJ.
He was dragged into this mess through unscrupulous threats.
We're playing WWE Champions, and we're part of a guild called Xena. And the guild, unfortunately, was joined by a person that was named They Call Me DSP. The second that he was in my guild, a lot of people in my guild were threatened to be doxxed by detractors for having him in the guild because they didn't want us to go ahead and give him any prominence in the game.
It was clear that detractors were keeping tabs on the They Call Me DSP account, and they were following this account through various guilds, threatening guild members in-game. Other guilds, like TJ's guild, would adhere to the detractor demands and remove They Call Me DSP. It is also important to note that besides Phil claiming that he does not own the account, attempts have been made to reach out to the They Call Me DSP account to see if the owner could somehow prove that they were not DSP. The owner was not cooperative, which gives more fuel to the theory. As for TJ, having some prior knowledge of Phil became interested in this investigation.
So I went further into it. I decided to keep track of money, keep track of tabs, keep track of when he's online. When I would find that he was online whenever DSP was offline. And whenever he was online streaming, that account was offline.
The thing is, with higher spenders or those more invested in games, guilds, clans, whatever it may be, drift off their game and use third-party software to communicate with one another. This, in most cases, is Discord, but in other cases it could be apps like WhatsApp, which is primarily used for communication. There is also the Line app, which serves a similar function. And as it so happens, one of the guilds They Call Me DSP joined was using the Line app.
When I noticed he joined one of the guilds, there was a part where he could be part of the Line app. It says Line app was used for communication. So I did a little bit of digging and found that if you connected his phone number, because
to quickly correct B post in the chat, by the way, Phil generally thought a rainy day fund was money to be used when it was raining. You had a good point there about, Phil is not really a gambling addict, but he's a spending addict. Phil does not like the idea of saving money. He has to spend all. Look at him buying like 2 sets of fucking blackout curtains without even doing research, and now he's complaining about the curtains not fucking working well for him, and it's hotter than ever in his fucking room because he didn't do his fucking due diligence, didn't do his fucking research. He just bought the most expensive stuff thinking, oh, this will surely work for me because it's the most pricey thing. Didn't do his research whatsoever. in his crap. He just thought, oh, expensive, this must be the best one. But yeah, Phil actually generally thought a rainy day fund was money to be used when it was raining, which is probably why he moved to fucking Seattle, a city known for raining a lot.
This phone number is public. Onto the Line app, it popped up with, they call me DSP.
This is a strong form of verification. You type in your number, then the app sends a message with a code to that number. This is rather straightforward because though numbers can be duped with outgoing messages, messaging the number back will result in reaching the actual number and not any spoofed one. Forgetting about the need of phone verification, Phil initially dismissed it as a troll with creating a Line account under the Call Me DSP.
Sounds like someone made an account in my name to try to fucking screw me over, just like Discords and everything else that's happened this year. I know nothing about it, but it sounds like you're a conspiracy theorist, doesn't it?
A viewer then informs Phil that his number is tied to the Line app account, to where Phil changes his tune.
Really big boy, you have to enter a code from an SMS message when you download the app. The troll has access to your text messaging. I'd contact the authorities if I were you. Oh my god. I'm just, seriously, like there's no way to dupe one of these app companies into thinking that you are using a phone number that you're not, right? Or there's no possible way that in the 6 years since my cell phone's been doxxed that I changed my number, right? No way.
Which wasn't true because you told John Rambo your number's still the same.
It's possible that I would have possibly done that, right?
Phil claims two things. Firstly, that it may be possible to fool a company through a spoofed number, which it is not. The second is Phil introducing the potential that he changed his number during this time, which was countered by someone calling Phil's number and getting this.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. Phil Burnell.
Not only that, when ranting about John Rambo, he slips up.
I have nothing to make amends for with Rambo. I never mistreated the guy. The guy was always told me that he was happy when we were doing work together and everything. He's the one who cut off contact with me and lied to me saying everything was all right, but then stopped talking to me and then made a negative video about me later. He would have to reach out to me. I am the one who still has the same phone number. I'm the one who, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the guy who's still easily reachable.
What this proves is Phil has a Line account.
What this also proves is that Phil lies all the goddamn fucking time about things which are easily debunkable using his own goddamn words. I'm kind of curious actually, is Phil live? Like, is his interview over yet? He's due to start streaming like now, isn't he? I'm kind of curious to see, is Phil like live yet? So his streams it may start like then, but no, he's clearly not still. You know, he's like 10 minutes away, 15. Oh, he's almost 10 minutes away from his stream due to start. But clearly he's not there yet because he's still blethering away to Cultaholic, whatever, talking about his fucking favourites. I don't know, fucking Hulk Hogan costumes or something.
And also another item to stack on the massive pile of Phil's lies. But again, Phil could run with the narrative that just because he has a Line account that is also under the Call Me DSP, that doesn't prove that he plays WWE Champions. And so the investigation continues and lands on a different third party, Discord.
So I have sources of him joining and being kicked out of my guild. I have sources of him being in another WWE Champions Discord and me talking to him.
This is significantly more promising than the Line app, because unlike the Line app, They Call Me DSP's Discord is clearly seen interacting with TJ's guild. And while anyone could choose whatever name they please on Discord, all accounts had to have a unique code attached to them. And thanks to a bot archiving the people that left the Discord, that not only shows the name, but also a unique Discord ID, which is 4058. At the time, Phil also had a secret mod Discord, and a rogue mod just happened to leak Phil's unique Discord ID, which was also 4058. Though the numbers are clear, what Phil now relies on is trying to state that the evidence itself is illegitimate. Somehow, one way or another, some image is altered, and of course, they never used Discord for those purposes.
The only time I ever used Discord was to chat with people back when I had a partnership with Twitch and stuff like that. I had a contact who I chatted to in Discord. But outside of that, I've never used it for anything else. I don't even know what Line app is. I guess it's just chat. I don't know. Maybe it does do those other things. I have no idea.
At this point, one can reasonably deduce that They Call Me DSP is Phil. Though Phil claims what should be definitive evidence is false and relies on his minuscule credibility to sway his audience. And so the investigation continues to find something more definitive that Phil cannot excuse as false. This is where the bankruptcy documents come into play. His expenses are most pertinent. On page 32 of his bankruptcy petition, these personal expenses are itemized between him and his wife. His monthly expenses come around to $5,100. His mortgage and tax payment plan make up for nearly half of his personal expenses. There's nothing eyebrow-raising here. But then you look on Form 122A, the monthly business income and expenses. Here you find something entirely different. On page 4, it shows what Phil's income for the months of July, August, September, October, November, and December of 2019 were. He never made under $8,000, and in just these 6 months made a total of $55,000. But did he really? In this form, he listed his business expenses, which are separate from personal expenses. Expenses meant to only be related to his content creation job. These expenses are $9,000 for the month of July, $5,400 for August, $3,100 for September, $4,400 for October, $4,300 for November, and $4,900 for December. In July alone, he claims to have lost $867 from his streaming job somehow. And because these do not have to be itemized, as the only purpose of this form is to make sure you're not making enough money to reasonably pay off your debts, means Phil does not have to explain how a job, with virtually no overhead, where at most his expenses should be limited to purchasing games, is costing him thousands of dollars a month. What's more, on his bankruptcy petition on page 14 of 50, he claims to only have $1,500 in business assets. So as the courts would see it, these expenses would have to go into services. It is understood that Phil doesn't pay his mods. On the contrary, his mods pay him. He asks viewers—
It's a great fucking point, yeah. This part of the documentary is fucking great because Jun just breaks it down in a very clear and concise way, you know what I mean? This is like, to me, when these kind of documentaries, when they come out, it's very important to try and have this information presented in as clear cut away as possible, because there's a lot of like variables, there's a lot of kind of strings and threads going here and there. Well, this particular arc is relevant to that kind of arc for this reason and that reason and so on, and June nailed it. June fucking killed it for this part of the documentary by breaking it down as clear as possible, just showing this is bullshit for this reason because of that reason, and here's the evidence for that and all that.
To pay for his games. He doesn't use any services for his business that would charge those thousands of dollars. And so this leaves many to believe this is how Phil hides his WWE Champions transactions, labeling them as business expenses. Which, if Phil can play to the government's ignorance of his content creation job so long as they see it as profitable, then perhaps Phil can also do this on his taxes. And so, what does Phil have in response to these official documents? When I asked him, quote, "Do you believe it's incorrect/possible that you spent solely that much on your business for those months?" He responded with, "It's not just possible, it's true. That's what my attorney submitted, and that's what was reviewed and approved in the bankruptcy case. But specifics I can never talk about because 1, I didn't do those calculations. The attorney did, so I honestly have no idea what they actually include. And number 2, I wouldn't publicly talk about any expenses, personal or business-wise regardless. It's literally nobody's business besides the bankruptcy court." Unquote. Phil refused to itemize his expenses, citing both his ignorance of them and the privacy around them. There are also clear discrepancies on the filings. On page 12 of 50 in the bankruptcy petition, the box is checked that he doesn't own any non-farm animals, but he owns his cat, Jasper. There is also speculation on the valuation of his Washington condo, as on page 1150, it states it is valued at $379,000 according to Zillow. These smaller items made people ever more speculative of Phil and the WWE account that vanished. They called me DSP disappeared from the game, but there was an account that had similar stats.
They call me DSP, so the gun show 87, so now Down from the Rafters, which, by the way, you cannot use the name Down from the Rafters.
I thought it was the gun show 84. Was it the gun show 87? Who am I question? TG knows better than I do.
In WWE Champions, because the name is too big to use. So that means it was changed by a bot. It was changed by Scrollbly.
Down the Raptors was the last name change. As the account stated, this will be the last time they would try to change their name, as it was clear that they could not hide from the trolls that follow them, thinking that they are, quote, some idiot video game streamer that they hate, unquote.
I love how Phil is trying to talk about himself in like a nasty way, but it's like, nah, like, it's not actually been shown here. Like, to me, the biggest, most ultimate smoking gun to have ever existed through all the evidence about Phil and WWE Champions, like, on the early days of like Phil being discovered on WWE Champions and people trying to talk to him in certain factions and guilds or whatever, you know what I mean, within the game, because the game also has like some sort of kind of system where you can use chat or whatever to talk to your fucking faction crew and all that shit. There was a user, somebody joined Phil's clan, right, their faction, and the user was called Midfirst Bank, and that person was mysteriously banned by the Commie DSP. Like, and if this version of the Commie DSP was not the real true DSP that we know, then why would a second random person called the Commie DSP, who has nothing to do with Phil Burnell, have such a vindictive hatred of Midfirst Bank? It did not really correlate, didn't add up, and to me that was a huge smoking gun as well. But of course there's all this fucking shit with Discord IDs matching, the line app stuff as well, the kind of spending going on or whatever, the timing of when one was logging on, and when Phil stopped streaming, the WWE Champions will be logged on and all that shit, you know what I mean? It was just overwhelming amount of evidence adding up, and plus Phil has of course since admitted he was down from the rafters.
They are, quote, some idiot video game streamer that they hate, unquote. By 2020, Phil was adamant that he had quit all mobile games. Not even just recently, but all the way back in 2018.
In 2018, I quit all mobile games. I don't play them anymore. I got rid of them. I said, I'd rather focus time on important stuff with my family and stuff. I don't waste time. I keep telling you guys this. Mobile games are money sinks. You'll put money into it, you put time into it and money into it, and you don't get anything really out of it unless you're constantly keep playing and sinking more money into it. That's the truth of the matter. Quit all those mobile games because they were just pay to win. It got to the point where they're really fun to play at first, and then you realize you can't actually progress unless you drop money to get all the new cards.
Far more captivating at the time was the ongoing bankruptcy proceedings.
The next matter is Philip Burnell.
This is Rochelle Sheffield for the debtor, and Philip Burnell is with me.
He's in your office with you?
Yes.
Hey, Mr. Burnell, you there?
I am present.
Yeah.
That audio was from a 341 meeting. In this meeting, the debtor, Phil Burnell, is accompanied by his trustee. A basic rundown of this meeting is to catch discrepancies within the bankruptcy filings.
David's asking, do you know if Phil left his guild before name change, if anyone could find him? Phil actually had told us on his own channel where his name was changed. So the first time he changed his name, he told Scopely to change his name at a certain time. He was going to leave his faction first, while he was still the Commie DSP, and then he was wanting Scopely to change his name to the gun show, 84 or whatever the fuck it was, you know. But apparently Scopely jumped the gun, and they changed Phil's name before he had time to leave the faction. And so people saw the name change, his stats were the exact same, but the name was fucking changed. And so Phil was found immediately straight away. I was like, oh, look, his name fucking changed, but it's still Phil Burnell. And Phil's like, ah, shit. So, and then his fucking name changed again. But Phil has a very unique account because it's a very strong account. Do you know what I mean? It's constantly featuring in the top 100 of events, so it's not overly impossible to kind of find it. Even if the fucking name changes, there's certain characteristics about that account which indicate, yes, it's clearly Phil's account. There's a lot of fucking warning signs, there's a lot of red flags showing us the same account as a name change was the same account. But yeah, Phil, obviously the big massive thing is they down from the rafters is a name that's too long it should not be allowed to exist in the game, because no user can create an account name that long in the game unless you like have the system do it for you. So yeah, Phil has been down from the rafters, and the bullshit is because he used to his own audience saying, oh, it was me but I sold it. It doesn't correlate, it doesn't add up, there's no evidence whatsoever of Phil selling it. It doesn't make sense. Why would you sell it? And like, it's only worth what, a couple $100? Like, Phil wouldn't get a whole lot of money for it. Like Phil would probably... These things don't go for much. These accounts don't sell for a huge amount of fucking money. Why would they? You know? Like, there's no reason like for Phil to have sold this, because he can usually make more in a day, especially lately, than he would for selling his account. So it doesn't correlate, it doesn't add up, it doesn't make sense. And why would Phil sell the account only to immediately start a brand new account and keep wailing away once again? It doesn't correlate whatsoever.
Creditors are expected to, but often don't attend. This call took place during COVID. Many facilities were closed, and the online space was looked upon as the temporary replacement. a place where Phil's trolls lived.
Nancy?
Yes.
Sorry, there's 60 people on the line for this call, so I think that's the problem.
Okay.
A reason so many were invested in this call, some even live streaming it, was to see if Phil's inexplicable business expenses would be questioned.
What is WWE Network?
Come again?
WWE
Oh,
Network.
WWE Network. That is just an on-demand video service for watching, you know, professional wrestling. That is not business related.
Many, with the opening of that question, thought that was the moment Phil was caught. But it was just the service that was being asked about.
You've provided me a copy of your PayPal account for 1 month. I would like to see the last 6 months of both of your PayPal statements.
Oh no, it's gonna happen.
This also turned out to be a false positive. But again, hopes were up when Phil was asked to explain his business expenses.
What do you consider a business expense?
Yeah, Phil, please elaborate and make sure the bankruptcy person knows what microtransactions are.
Anything relating, you know, to the business per the instruction of my tax attorney. So it could be, the cost of a video game, the cost of a subscription.
Oh, Biggest Dark Days Murder, who's let me know that Phil's live. Phil's back from his little fucking, you know, his session. His little, why is it? Hold on. Oh, there we go. Well, yeah, there's Phil. Hey, look, guys, everyone say hi to Phil. Hey, Phil. Phil's live. Jesus Christ, man. I'm kind of curious. Is he, oh, for God's sake, hold on. Is he like there for like a minute or so? Does anyone want to hear? Should we hear what Phil's been up to today and hear how it went? No, let's fucking skip the fucking crappy music.
What's up? I need to get.
Hold on.
Are we beginning?
Nope. Let's see how Phil done, shall we? Let's see how much Phil enjoyed that interview he had.
Hey everyone, what is up? So I'll be beginning shortly. I just want to get set up here. I need to get chat open. Actually, wait, do I have chat open? Oh, I do. What's up?
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm going to fucking speed your ass up because hearing you normal speed is a pain in the arse. I won't be watching live DSP for long. There is no podcast, so there's no bingo for it, you know. We'll probably be wrapping up soon. We'll probably fucking call it quits soon anyway. Because Phil's going to start playing his game soon anyway, so fuck it. We'll hear what Phil's got to say about the interview. We'll hear what he's got to fucking blabber about, and then fuck it, you know, we'll just fuck off and enjoy ourselves doing something else.
Oh, I actually have chat open. What's up, guys? What I want to do is just kind of hang out with you guys for a little bit because I just got off. Oh, see, the cameras. I knew this happened. The camera's crooked. I gotta fix that. I just got off the Cultaholic show, and it was good. We had a great conversation about various different topics. I know you guys probably have questions, so I figured we talked for like half an hour about it.
Half an hour? Half a fucking hour? I just thought Phil's gonna fucking do, you know, 5, 10. Not half. Oh my fucking god. I'm only behind. Oh, for God's sake. Fine. We'll listen to Phil for half a fucking hour. Half tempted to try and make a small bingo card out of it. But nah, it's a bit fucking late now.
And then we'll get to the casting of Frank Stone again. But my camera is crooked because guess what? When I do these appearances now, or when I do interviews, I'm gonna be doing.
Your camera's crooked. And so are you fucking thieving prick.
Them on my gaming PC, so I installed this camera, but I forgot to disable the motion tracking. So as I was talking to this guy, the camera started moving. I was like, oh no. I didn't say anything, but I was like, oh no, I hope this camera doesn't like spin into the hallway. So now it's off, and now I need to adjust it. So give me a second to adjust it, then we can just hang out for like a half an hour, and then we'll play for like 2.5 hours, okay? Give me a sec, let me just open the software and fix the camera.
And then he fucks off. Oh, was Phil wearing like big boy pants today? Hold on a second.
Hours, okay? Give me a sec, let me just open the software and
no pajama trousers today, no pajama shorts. You know that shit, he didn't actually have his grubby old pajama shorts on. I guess he fucking wanted to make a good impression for the Cultaholic guys. And then he fucks off and tries to fix his camera and all that crap, and then returns.
Now it's centered and it should not be auto moving anymore. Should be 60 frames, right? It looks 60 frames to me, I think. Yes?
Who fucking cares?
Alright guys, ready? Let's begin. Alright everyone, welcome to a real quick like 30-minute decompression session. I just got off of the Cultaholic podcast, a segment they call Desert Island Graps, where basically they interview guests from all over the place. And for me, they wanted to interview me about obviously my history with pro wrestling, but also all the things people talk about me on the internet. And
who the fuck cares? Honestly, who the fuck cares, Phil?
And I just got off the show. I figure like we'll chill for like a half an hour, and then I'll actually get into my other streams for the day, gameplay and the like. So as the stream builds up, how's everyone doing? I see people are just joining. What's up, everyone in chat? How are you?
I fucking waved to me. Hey, wave back, guys, so I know you're there. Fuck off.
Hello, hello. What would you guys like to talk about? Do you have any questions about the appearance? Let me actually move my mic back to where it was. There we go. Do you have any questions about the appearance? Do you have anything to talk about today? I know that there's been a lot of game news going on, but sadly I didn't do my podcast today, so I can't cover it. And now I've got, just listen to this, I have an announcement. I got confirmation I will have a guest on tomorrow's podcast, okay? For now, I'm leaving it a mystery guest, but I will announce the guest later tonight. So later tonight, you will know who the guest is. For those who are interested, it's my next interview here on the show tomorrow on the Level 1 podcast. So there will be a podcast tomorrow, okay? Good morning, Jeremy. How are you?
In case anyone's wondering, we're going to have a normal bingo tomorrow. Because when Phil has his fucking guests on anyway, I still fucking done all bingo card. Because there's still a good chance of Phil saying and doing a lot of things on the card anyway.
So, yeah, I just got off the podcast and all this stuff's going on. First of all, for those who don't know, Metaphor, the new game from Atlas, you know, the makers of Persona, just got a demo. And I actually downloaded it, but I don't know, like, how long it is. I'm interested in playing it. In fact, I'm interested in playing it tomorrow. But it's going to depend on how long the demo is, and I don't know if any of you guys, know, like if you played it, because it came out, like, this morning. But I'm very excited for that. If it's good, I want to play it, and if it's, like, 2 hours, I want to do it maybe, like, tomorrow night as the late stream. But I'm interested to know if you guys know much about it and how long it is and everything, so I can try to work it into the schedule. Yes, I did.
If Phil says the word 6 million, we'll just celebrate a fucking victory.
Here, Assassin's Creed has been delayed until...
So that's the official keyword. Unofficial, impromptu, bingo, technically. It's not really a bingo. It's just a Phil says a secret word. We win bingo. This is like a little mini fucking bingo where the only fucking thing that would need to happen is Phil to say the fucking words 6 million. It could happen. He might say it.
February 14th of next year. I'm well aware of that. I think good reason. You know, they actually cited, so in the investor information that they released talking about the quarter results and stuff, they were basically like, so we're delaying until next year directly based on what happened with Star Wars Outlaws. I'm thinking, so what happened with Star Wars Outlaws? Number one, the game actually did not run well. Even on my high-end PC, it had issues, performance issues. And number two, the game was not getting buzz or attention really when it came out. You know, like it actually had a big negative attention and negative spin. Remember, they paid a bunch of influencers to go out to California on a freaking cruise and a paid like trip to Disneyland to try to hype the game up, and it apparently didn't work. But I think what's happened is, with all the negativity that's being thrown towards Assassin's Creed Shadows right now, they realize if they release it in the fall as is, it ain't gonna make a lot of money. So, being that this is the next big Assassin's Creed and they want to make bank on it, I think that's why they're delaying it. Perhaps they'll have a few more months to hype it up and or, you know, perfect it, or at least get some kind of a positive spin on it, because right now there's like none. Like Japan hates this game. The actual country of Japan hates this game. They're like, no, you rewrote history. A game that's supposed to be about Japan and Japanese history, you rewrote history for your own purposes, push a narrative, and we don't like the narrative, so screw you. And Japan has the right to do that. It's their history that Ubisoft's messing with, so they have the right to criticize it, right? So
I wouldn't I mean, if you're trying to claim that a game is historically accurate, and then you fucking don't make it historically accurate, that's one reason to say, hey, this is fucking bullshit and you're fucking taking liberties. But I would say that game developers have the right to be creative artistically to a certain extent. You know? As long as you're fucking respectful, of course, as well, to the fucking history of a country and all that shit as well. That's, you don't want to fucking try and paint a false picture or anything, but no, I mean, I don't know. I know there's been a bit of an uproar about the fucking game, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it feels like, I don't know, is some of the fury warranted, you know? I don't know. Assassin's Creed is, remember, Assassin's Creed is not based on reality. It's a fictional fucking game, so yeah, it's a whole genre, it's kind of fictional fucking thing, you know what I mean? So yeah, there's some elements of fucking like reality in there to a degree, but it's like, no.
I'm curious what will happen. Also, it's now coming out on Steam, but what I'm wondering about then is that means it's not on Ubisoft Plus? Because if that's the case, that kind of sucks. I was going to get it on Ubisoft Plus to play it and not have to buy the whole game, but I wonder if it's only going on Steam now. I guess we have to figure that out, right? Okay, I received my first contribution to the stream. Thank you so much. $1.18 tip just came in from Mr. Game Master. Lots of gaming news. AC Shadows Delete the Feb. The state of play yesterday. Some bangers like new Ghost of Tsushima game. It's now Ghost of something else, right? Horizon Zero Dawn Remaster. I'm excited because it's only a $10 upgrade. Way better graphics. 10 hours of new mocap for dialogue, and don't really think that's a big deal. Like a Horizon game now. Looking forward to that. Like for me, yeah, definitely the new Ghost game sounds good to me, right? You know, we got this information about the delay. I don't really think there was that much that came out of the state of play that was that good. Then again, I haven't seen it.
So Mr. White is saying that for the Assassin's Creed stuff, are using the family crest without permission? That's a bit shady, that's fucking shit. Also using Gate destroyed in Nagasaki. Well, if the game is set before that happened, then isn't that right to use it then? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I can understand some reasons for being upset, you know what I mean? Like using like family crest without permission. If that's a bit of a fucking shit move. But using the gate destroyed in Nagasaki, the game I imagine is set before the events of what happened in Nagasaki, so the gate still existed before then anyway. I imagine. Am I missing? Am I not understanding that correctly? I don't know.
I was streaming yesterday when it came out, and I haven't had a chance to like catch up on it. What I was thinking is the next podcast that's a normal show, which will not be tomorrow because tomorrow's podcast I'll have a guest. The next podcast that's normal, so I guess that would be Saturday. We can actually watch back some of these clips to things. Like we can watch the trailer for the new Ghost game. We could watch the trailer for the other new horror game or whatever. It's like there's different things we could watch together and react to. I feel.
Who fucking cares, you fucking piggy prick? Hey Lord, yes, how you doing? Yes, Phil is randomly decompressing. I did not expect him to have a 30-minute decompression session scheduled in. So I've decided arbitrarily to set the challenge that if Phil says the word 6 million, we win an impromptu game of bingo. This is basically a one phrase game of bingo, which lasts for the length of Phil's decompression session. If Phil says the word 6 million, we automatically win this impromptu session of bingo.
Well, the live stream will be uploaded. So if you want to know the skinny on the show I was just on, so Cultaholic has their own network and brand where they broadcast podcasts and video. I don't know if it's daily or every few days, but they cover all the wrestling shows. It's a wrestling content, channel. They're all through all the major things. Like, for example, I think it's like Spotify and all those, like the audio-only podcast areas. That's where you can get their content from. But they basically said today, for their patrons only, they're going to post up the interview. And then it's going to go live for the rest of the internet on Sunday. And that will be...
And hopefully, if any of you guys are a patron of Cultaholic, you'll be able to see this early. So I'm just, if any of you guys are patrons of Cultaholic, maybe feel free to try and get your hands on that shit, and we'll see if any damn dirty detractors can get a sneak glance at this interview, which apparently went very well for Phil.
Audio and visual both, okay? So, unless you want to become a patron of theirs, you're going to have to wait until Sunday for it to go live.
And Phil, that might be a nice time for you to have encouraged your own audience to perhaps show interest in becoming their patrons. Isn't that the kind of whole point of you fucking doing crossover stuff in the first place? Because you're meant to fucking send people towards their shit. Well, they might encourage people to send their audience to your shit. You could have fucking plugged their Patreon and tried to hype up. But you kind of fucking said that in a bit of a derisory fucking tone. Listen to how Phil... This is Phil trying to plug another channel's Patreon.
On Sunday, and that will be audio and visual both, okay? So, unless you want to become a patron of theirs, you're going to have to wait until Sunday for it to go live. I was wondering why. Yeah, look. I didn't want this. Hold on one second. That's what I want. I'm trying to get my lighting to work.
You're messing about with your fucking PC, which is not visible to people on the stream, but only to you. You lazy bastard. How far are we behind live DSP? We're behind live DSP by 4 minutes. Hopefully we don't fucking catch up to him live. That would be the worst fucking thing.
Support the channel? Great. If you can help me and Timmy, please do. That's what I need help with right now, okay? Again, I turn this on. I'm not asking for anything above and beyond. I think it's working now. Idiots will come out and prayers. Phil's saying he wants you to pay directly. Yeah, so I had to restart all my stuff, and when I did, it like screwed all the colors up. It screwed all the colors up for my stuff. But now I think it's working. I can't really tell though. It was working earlier, and I don't know if I'm gonna restart my desktop here. Every single time that I try to do something different, it screws everything up. So there you go. I'll just restart and see what happens. Spawn Killer did a super chat. He says, I'm excited for Legacy of Kain and Soul Reaver Remastered 25 years later. It's insane. Yeah, I'm aware. Those were very popular games back in the day. On PlayStation, right? And then they just kind of disappeared. No one ever talked about them again after those two. And then now it's coming back with a remaster. That's kind of cool. I wonder if it does well, if they'll consider like reviving the series or something. That finally got rid of the heart on the lower right-hand corner of the chat window. What did? What are you talking about? Are you saying there's no more ability to do the stuff?
Is that true? You can't do the wee live react stuff anymore? That's a shame. Well, apparently that's not true, because I can fucking see it in mass chat, so there you go.
Now my lighting is not working at all. Now it is, but it's generic, so I have to get it working. Not working right. Where is it? I'm so confused. I'm trying to get my... All I can do is change the lighting and see what happens. They moved the heart. Where's the heart now?
Oh, they moved the body thing. I see.
Because it is still going in the chat right now. Oh, they put it in the bar now? Oh, good. They actually placed it in the bar now. That's good. That's actually really good that they did that. Oh, hold on. I'm going to try something quick. Okay, it works. Cool. It's working. Sweet. Now I got to get back to the one I was on. Here we are. Cool. All right. So, yeah, they moved the heart icon. It's now actually in the same bar as the memberships and all that. Actually, let me try clicking on memberships now. Nope, they still don't work. I thought, oh, if they changed the bar to have the heart icon moved, maybe now memberships work. Nope, I can't give memberships to the community yet. It still doesn't work. It's still screwed up. Oh, let me reload. No, the hearts do not act as likes. They just...
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No! Basically have those little silly pop-ups in the corner of the screen. And man, are they silly, right? They're pretty silly. I don't think they really do anything or much of anything. Yeah, they did not fix the membership gifting at all. How was the podcast? Oh, so let's talk about it. So this podcast that I was just on, which is called Desert Island Graps on Cultaholic, will be live for patrons today on their Patreon, or you can wait till Sunday and it'll be like public on their stuff. Basically, it was 90 minutes. During that time frame, we talked about 3 big wrestling matches that I thought were some of the best ones that I could remember to talk about that I really like. Plus, we talked about my history. We talked about me growing up, getting into video games, getting into wrestling, getting into Street Fighter. We talked about me as a YouTuber and my history as a YouTuber that's infamous with the hate that I get. We talked about my detractors. We talked about...
Why would you fucking talk about something so negative on your chat? We're talking about my detractors. Will detractors get a chance to talk about you back, I wonder?
All the recent things that have happened and changed for the better in the last 2 months, right? Me kind of fessing up to bullshit with the stupid WWE Champions and all that stuff.
You didn't fess up to fucking bullshit. You fucking pretended you fucking sold your account when you're fucking still clearly playing it.
We talked about all of that in the show. So it was 90 minutes. It was a pretty packed interview, I would say. Was anything actually new talked about? Not really. It was pretty much a lot of the stuff. If you're a fan of mine, you're already going to know about it. It's not like new stuff that's being covered or anything like that. But for a new audience who only has heard about me through negative memes and the like, it might actually do wonders. It might bring some people over, I feel, to come check out my content for like the first time. I don't know if it will or not, but it might. So that's cool. I'm interested to see if it actually brings people over or not to check out new stuff. We'll find out shortly as the show goes live. If not, then it's no big deal. It wasn't really a big waste of time or anything like that. I don't feel like that. I actually had a really good time on the show. The host, Tom, was a really nice guy. He asked some questions about WWE Champions and other shit, but again, it's all stuff I've already talked about elsewhere. It's not like, oh, I was so blindsided and shocked and shit. The answers are already available. So not a big deal for me. Trying to find a good color thing. Flowing River, maybe?
Are you still messing with your fucking computer, your gaming PC, to try and get a fucking pretty lights to work?
Flowing River's pretty. Go with that. It's a Flowing River on my keyboard and mouse.
I certainly do this Tom person at Cultaholic has actually, got somebody fact checking some of the things that Phil says, before this fucking shit goes on air.
Looks pretty nice. Okay. All right. So yeah. So that's coming this weekend for those who want to watch it free. I doubt many of you are going to go on their Patreon, right? Okay.
What a fucking disgusting, but holy shit. So he is hoping for Cultaholic to fucking, hype up his shit and send people his fucking way. And at the same time, he's fucking laughing about the possibility of any of his audience going over and supporting their Patreon, their content. What a disgusting thing to fucking do. You were a guest on their show, and you're laughing in a derisory fucking manner about the possibility of any of your dent heads giving money to someone besides you. Why would you spend money on their Patreon when you can spend it on mine?
It's a Flowing River on my keyboard and mouse. Looks pretty nice. Okay. All right. So yeah. So that's coming this weekend for those who want to watch it free. I doubt many of you are going to go on their Patreon, right? Okay. Game Dude says they're bringing Dino Crisis to the PS Store. Would you ever go back to it? Maybe. I played it for 2 different Halloween marathons and we never got too far in it. I will say this. If we're going to do it, we got to commit to actually playing it. Because the last 2 times I played it, I didn't spend much time on it. And then it basically didn't really go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just kind of like ended. And because of that, I played like the same hour twice. And it ends up being, I don't want to do the same hour over and over every time I play this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually want to play the game. So we'd have to commit to like actually playing it, a good amount. I'm trying to figure out how to get this to work because now my mouse and keyboard are all screwed up. Like, basically, the lighting was working on them fine. See, look at this. It says,
who fucking cares?
Yeah, see, now it has to be in the 4. Yeah, it looks like the stupid GeForce app updated and it screwed up my lighting now. Great. What I want, but now it's not working. Works if I do that. This is so bizarre. Start. Maybe this will fix it. You finished part 1 of a Vince McMahon documentary. Am I going to watch it? I wasn't even aware of that. Okay, I think I just fixed it. I did. Cool. Fixed it and it's working.
Fucking cares?
All right. This is what happens with PCs. Like basically a app will update. And when the app updates, it screws up all other apps. It's so dumb when that happens. So like, I have an app for my mouse and keyboard. That's the Logitech app, but I don't really use it. But then it updated and it overrode my Signal RGB app, so now all my RGB lights were wrong. And I'm like, why are they desynced? Why is it the wrong color? And I'm messing around trying to figure it out. It's like, why does it do that? Did I give it permission to override? No, of course I didn't, but it does it anyway, right? Okay. All right, I have an update. Yes, guys, I have a positive update regarding this merchandise. We're aiming for a weekend store opening. Okay? And the way it's going to work, okay, there's going to be a bunch of shirts of various different designs and types. There's going to be sweatshirts, pullovers, like hoodies, some tote bags, and some mugs. They're actually working on finalizing one of the products that I really wanted, which is a Level 1 podcast mug that I can use during my podcast. And once that's done, we're going to set it all up. The way the site works, the prices include shipping, which is interesting to me. So what you see as a price listed on the website is the actual flat rate price you pay for something. And I'm just working on trying to negotiate like good prices for everyone. Obviously I want to sell merch that makes money for me and the company. At the same time, I don't want to sell merch that's so expensive that none of you would want to buy it. You know what I mean? Like I see merch out there. Some people are selling t-shirts for like $40 and it's like, no one's going to buy a Philomania regular t-shirt for $40. That's way too expensive. Okay. But at the same time,
they might buy it for $39.99. So
at the same time, they are including shipping in the cost. So let's say that they say the shirt's $35, but you get shipping in there. Then you're really paying like 20 something. And then the shipping was included, right? So
what sort of fucked up, dumbass fucking logic is that? What sort of bullshit fucking way to fucking free? You're gonna have to spend a lot more, but it's practically this man. What? Hold on, how do you hear that again?
$35, but you get shipping in there. Then you're really paying like 20 something.
So Phil's logic is that if he sets a price at $35 for one of his dumbass shirts, but because the cost of shipping is covered in that price, you're only spending like $20 odd. Except you're fucking not, because you're spending $35 fucking to get the fucking product. That is you're forced into fucking hell. I cannot believe they fucking said something that stupid.
Expensive, okay? But at the same time, they are including shipping in the cost. So let's say that they say the shirt's $35, but you get shipping in there. Then you're really paying like 20 something, and then the shipping was included, right? So it depends. We're going to see, we can work these prices out, okay? And once that's settled, once the prices are settled, they make this final product, then we're going to launch the store this weekend. And I'll let you know exactly when it's happening, and I'm sure we're going to talk about it on the podcast. We're going to highlight all the products. We'll go through them all so you guys can see them all, and we'll go from there, okay? Cool. By the way, I want to get my background set up for the casting of Frank Stone.
Who fucking cares?
You like the lighting? It's the reason that the lighting is as it is. I have my window open today because it's.
Oh, that's an excellent fucking question, Dragonism. If I buy 2 t-shirts, do I pay double shipping or yeah? Great question.
Raining outside, so I'm able to have this window all the way open without too much sun coming in. It's very cool outside, so I feel very comfortable right now. This afternoon for the gameplay should be really good. 672. In what universe does that happen? He goes, every member of the channel should just be getting free shirts. No, that's not how life works. Sorry about that. Okay, let me set up my background.
Well, you could argue maybe the ultra members should. If people are fucking going to pay you Phil $20 a month for the same perks as a regular member would fucking get, then I feel like the fucking ultra members deserve a little bit fucking extra, a little extra something, a little extra incentive to be an ultra member.
Okay, I got one more to add. Now this should be. Here we go. Nice. Got it working. I remember. I've been setting these up recently, and then I forget to turn them on. I was like, what did I do it for? I wasted my time. Stupid. Okay, Tommy, I would say the interview went very well. I had a great time with Tom from Cultaholic. It was a really good conversation. I hope you guys will check it out when it goes live on Sunday. Oh, I know. Golden Noble says you would have hated the heat if you moved to Texas, because I remember that was one of your considerations when you were moving. Yeah, I like Texas because of the people and the atmosphere, but the heat there, unbearable, man. I know I wouldn't have made it.
Wouldn't have made it. You're certainly gonna fucking die. Oh, I would said I try to move to Texas, but I was gonna die if I moved there. It's fucking hell. Phil loves the people of Texas. I think he was like there once for like a evil thing, where he didn't have time to do much touristy things apart from buy a hat.
Okay. All right. So, guys, anything you want to talk about, please tag me in the chat. Thanks for the early support. If you could support the stream, I would appreciate it. Everything counts, including super chats, super stickers, and tips towards the King's Goal. And, of course, memberships would help the channel. If you want to gift a few memberships to the community or become a member yourself, that would help as well. 33 likes. We're at 285 viewers. It would be great if we get some more likes on the stream. It's quick and easy to do. Just click the like button. Let's get the momentum going. I know that I started late today because I was on the show.
You may be right, Tacos are, isn't there some tax thing or something in Texas, which is why a lot of streamers moved there. It's meant to be quite streamer friendly. Like, content creator friendly. And, like, to be fair as well, like, Texas in general, like, Houston, for example, is a very popular place, apparently, to live in, But, yeah, it does get quite hot, though, which is the kind of downside of that. Mammon is saying, like, no income tax, and so is B Plus is saying no income tax in Texas. You still pay federal tax, so. No wonder Phil was fucking thinking about it. Phil's whole incentive to move. Phil's thinking of wanting to move anywhere else in America was not based off. It wasn't based on anything else other than money. But that was Phil moved to Washington because he thought, I'm going to pay a lot less taxes. Because he didn't fucking do his research into what taxes he would actually be owing. And if it wasn't for the detractors, the fucking, it made the authorities realise that Phil would have actually owed more in taxes than he was aware of, then he would have been in a lot of trouble. Phil should be fucking thanking his lucky stars that he has detractors like us. To fucking, inform the authorities that he wasn't paying what he was meant to fucking paying. Fucking knows though. But yeah, Phil has been in Texas before. Isn't that where Phil got his hat? The fucking Ask the King hat, the cowboy hat. Phil got that in Texas. He was measured for it with his oddly shaped head, custom made for him.
There will be gameplay shortly. For like 10 minutes, we'll boot up the casting of Frank Stone and get the game started again. Sure. I want to. The game was fun. The game was really fun the other day, so I'm very much looking forward to more.
Oh, was that Nashville? Am I confusing Texas fucking Nashville? Like, so good's asking, wasn't that Nashville? You might be right, actually, yeah. You got a hat in Nashville, Tennessee. It was Tennessee, and not fucking Texas. I'm sure Phil has been like through Texas though, because Phil, he's been around, put it that way. He's not got to experience much of the fucking places, you know what I mean? But I think he has been in Texas.
The record, I don't have the shirts, people, I swear. Like, can you just give some shirts away? Can you sign shirts? I don't have the shirts. They're made by a third-party processor in a factory, and they're mailed direct to you. I don't have a box of shirts at my house to sell you. That's not how this works. Why would I need a company to do it then? If I was just going to make the shirts and sell them to you direct and mail them myself, why would I need a company to do it? That's kind of silly, no?
You make that fucking loyal viewer feel like a fucking dumb bastard, Phil. Way to fucking go. Well handled. Usually I felt it damn good and proper. That'll fucking make them like you even more.
Correct, and mail them myself. Why would I need a company to do it? That's kind of silly, no? Oblivion says you should try Dino Crisis 3 as a guilty pleasure game. Dinosaurs in Space. I didn't even know there was a 3. I'd heard of 1 or 2. I didn't even know they got to 3. I
just fucking hear the words dinosaurs in space. Did I just generally hear the fucking words dinosaurs in space?
Kind of silly, no? Oblivion says you should try Dino Crisis 3 as a guilty pleasure game. Dinosaurs in Space. I didn't even know there was a 3. I'd heard of 1 or 2.
Yeah, I heard that right. Holy fuck, dinosaurs in space. What can go wrong? The dinosaurs have their own little space helmets.
I didn't even know they got to 3.
Oh my god, what's up?
Thank you to BR Joe for the super chat who says Texas is a no-go for Dave as liquor isn't sold on Sundays. Oh. Texas is dry on Sundays? But it's such a good drinking day. It's meant to be a day of rest, for God's sake. This is why you buy in bulk on Saturday.
And I don't know how to play it, because right, how would I have access to it? Sadly, Sony is not very good for posterity of their old games. You can't really play them on the modern consoles. Right? It sucks. Do I think Terry is better than Ken? Absolutely not. Terry just seems okay to me, like mid-tier. I don't think Terry's going to be a top-tier character. He's got a few tricks and moves and some good, solid stuff, but he doesn't seem to have anything that would be like too abusable or crazy to me. So, oh, so by the way, so guys, Metaphor. The Metaphor demo is out everywhere. I downloaded it on my PC, but has anyone played it? And do you know how long it is? I haven't checked. Maybe someone tweeted me the response because I asked on Twitter. Because if it's like 2 hours, I might do it tomorrow. No, I got no responses.
Beautiful. But Phil, everyone on the internet loves you. Are you sure you tweeted properly? because everyone on the internet loves you. It's fucking strange for the internet who loves you now completely, and the part who hate us and love you. It's strange that you're ignored like that, despite clearly asking for some answers.
Anyone know how long the metaphor demo is? Because I might do it tomorrow. Instead of doing Street Fighter tomorrow night, I might give fighting games a rest. Yeah, just so you guys know, the fighting game stuff is not doing well.
You might give fighting games a rest. I wonder why. Like, what possible reason would Phil want to give fighting games a rest? Let's just check Gamerface Gaming's tweets and see how the last like 4 streams I've done for Phil Burnell. You know, here we go. Hold on. The MVC Fighting Collection, $69. Yeah, that didn't do great. But surely Street Fighter will fucking make things go well again. $54. But to be fair though, that was a very hot day when Phil was playing Street Fighter 6 that day. The night stream, no, it was only $60. Oh, ouch, that's a big, you know. So yeah, clearly it's the games. So yeah. The King's coffers have not been filled for 4 streams in a row. We currently have a streak of 5. Well, 4, sorry. We've got a 4-strong streak of Phil's coffers not being filled. We have won without even having to do a single thing because Phil is not getting the support that he demands.
Like yesterday, all of yesterday's content of Terry Bogard, I'm not even kidding you. One of the videos barely has 200 views. Like, people just are not watching the fighting game stuff at this point. I don't know if it's overload. But yeah, it's not doing well at all. You know, this is a brand new character releasing and everything, and no one seems to be watching it. So I think I need to take a break from playing fighting games so much and just do other stuff at this point. It really seems like I need to take that step back. Like, people are getting fighting game overload. So here's the deal. It's the casting of Frank Stone this afternoon for about 2.5 hours. Tonight on the late stream, it's WWE Champions, where we're going to continue on with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles event. Then tomorrow, there will be an interview on the Level 1 podcast. I'm not announcing yet who it is, but I will announce it later tonight at the end of the night for those who are interested, because it's a surprise guest at this point, but you won't know till later tonight. And then after that interview, we're going to be doing Astrobot and seeing if we can actually wrap it up and beat it. And then tomorrow night is up in the air. I was thinking about doing the metaphor demo, if it's like 2 hours long. But if it's like 3-4 hours long, then we might have to do a major stream of it. Excuse me. No, I've already told you guys, because everyone's like, is it Wings of Redemption? Is it Mr. Metaker? No, it's not. It's nothing that you're thinking at all. It's not. It's not a drama guest. It's not, you know, some crazy high-profile drama guest coming on the show. That's not the case. And I've told you that all along, so.
Is it Jade? Time interview?
Don't get these crazy expectations, but I will tell you who it is later tonight. It is former President Barack Obama. Correct. You got it right. You guessed correctly there. Good job. Yes. He's the first guy who wants to come on my stream, let me tell you.
If I would spend that entire interview not be able to talk, probably because if I would tune his nails.
Is it Mr. Beast? It might be. Sure, it is. Of course it is.
But it's not Mr. Beast, but it's a Beast. Welcome, Derek.
I want to give you, Adam, the opportunity to kind of say what you wanted to say. Your overall.
No, I'll tell you, it's not Wings of Redemption. It's not Boogie. I am working with both of them. They are both interested in appearing on the show as guests. They can't do it right now because they're preparing for their big outdoor camping trip on Lolcow Live next week, I guess. I don't know exactly when it is, but they're doing some camping trip. And so they're actually very busy with that. But they have both agreed they want to come on the show sometime in October. So I will have them sometime in October. I just don't know when yet, right? Let's let them get back from their trip. Hopefully they're not dead. I hope not, because, you know, you never know with these guys when they're going out to do camping stuff. Who knows what's going to happen, right? Who knows? So, and then we'll...
Fucking took a ton. Hopefully they're not dead. You know.
We'll work on getting those booked, okay? Okay. Ouch. All right, we're going to start with games shortly. Guys, please click the like button. We had 39 likes on the stream with almost 300 viewers and climbing. We can do better than that, right? We can get up to 100 likes. Let's click the like button. It's free and easy to do, and it helps this channel for engagement. It lets people find me in YouTube search. Please click the like button. We're about to start with the game momentarily.
Go on, Phil. Keep begging. And enhance that beg some more. Expand it. Come on.
PS2 games? What? Yes, it's Donald Trump. Of course he would come on my show. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't the Donald come on my show? Any plans for...
Make DSP great again.
React to the Turkey Tom documentary? No. I've already reacted to the longest documentary ever made about me. Why would I react to someone else's shorter documentary about me? I got it done. No, this is not Dark Picture Season 2. There is no Dark Picture Season 2. They're working on it, and then something happened, and I don't know if it's currently still in active development or not, but this is a standalone game that they made.
Dead air much?
You think I should wear watches? And what use would a watch be on me? What would I need a watch for exactly?
to remind yourself when it's time to tip.
What would that do? Okay. All right, are we ready to start, guys? You guys, I thought you guys would have way more questions for me, but you have almost none, right? I thought you guys would be like you know, eager to talk about all the game news or whatever.
No, Phil, you cannot think you're more important than you actually are. They don't really fucking care.
No one seems to know how long the metaphor demo is, so I can't figure that out yet. Yes, I know about the new Ghost game coming out. It's not Ghost of Tsushima. It's a different Ghost, a different timeline. Aware of that. What I want to do is probably watch the like the trailer for it on the show in a few days, right? Okay. All right. Are we ready to begin? I guess we'll just start. Let's end this. Sorry to those watching on demand. I thought for sure there'd be more to talk about, but it seems like the chat's they're not really talkative today. So
yeah, fuck you, chat. Like Phil Burnell. I love it. Even Phil's blaming games for not fucking making his content more interesting. Phil is blaming, things like Fighting Game Overload for not getting enough support or whatever. He's blaming Kino Casino abandoning him to have a little mini break for the interest waning and dying on his fucking channel lately. And now he's blaming his own audience for him not being able to fucking carry this decompression session longer because the audience don't know what to fucking ask him, and Phil has nothing of interest to fucking say.
And we'll get started with the game. Okay. Here you go. I thought you guys would have way more questions, but alrighty then. All right, let's get set up. Here we are.
It didn't say 6 million. I'm pissed. Fuck it, it's done. But yeah, guys, I think we'll watch a wee bit more of the WWE Champions stuff. We'll watch the last little bit here on WWE Champions, and then I think we're just going to call it quits for today.
For a video game, a microtransaction within a video game, cost of a piece of new equipment, maintenance on set equipment every month. It could be the internet, cost of internet every month. It could be cost of utilities necessary for the business. Cost of cell phone for the business.
This was dismissed rather easily, likely through the ignorance of the attendees. But if anything, it did prove that Phil knew how his business expenses were calculated, making people more curious about what they could be now that he couldn't dismiss the expenses as being ignorant of them. And then the meeting was turned to the quote-unquote creditors.
Okay, I have no further questions. Are there creditors on the line?
Hello?
Yes, are you a creditor?
There was only one person willing to confront Phil. It was a troll concealed as a creditor from Citibank who had one burning question.
Reviewing your filing, it looks like you stated here that you have about $5,000 a month in business expenses. Can you itemize that for me?
Hold on. Legit. Wait.
What followed was a few seconds of silence. Phil was likely in conversation with his trustee and came back with this.
Nancy, I'm not sure this person is for Citibank.
I'm sorry, excuse me?
While the troll continued to masquerade as a representative of Citibank, through his persistence that Phil was attempting to distract from the question, there was issue with his question. With the meeting looking at the Schedule J form, the questions were pertaining to Phil's personal expenses. This is a personal bankruptcy. His business was only glanced over, with the attendees satisfied with Phil's as a solid, esoteric explanations. And so they referred him to his personal expenses, which were already broken down. Not too long after the meeting ended, with just one more outburst from a troll.
Why am I poisoned? Why am I toxic?
This meeting, in terms of wanting to expose Phil, was a failure. Phil's bankruptcy case was closed, and he surrendered his Connecticut condo and remained streaming. Though it did show there was an additional consequence of Phil's long-standing internet presence and infamy. The children that may have watched him in 2010 and grew to hate him over time have aged and become adults who are more proficient in all things, like trolling and archiving. Archiving, like creating graphs, meant to keep track of Phil's expenses. This, compared to future archiving methods, made these appear rudimentary. Even so, the visualization of this data makes it clear-cut that Phil's earnings are on the rise. It was long thought that his channel would fade out, but year after year it's been persistent. This is where a different archiving tool helps. PicPicGo is a website that scours Phil's massive catalog.
Yay, PicPicGo! Fucking hooray for PicPicGo.
Of tens of thousands of videos. The way it works is you put in a phrase. This searches Phil's YouTube transcripts and lists them in order by date. You can also search within a specific date and visualize the usage of a word through the trend option. And if we type invest with a space on both sides, that way we don't get words like investment or vested, we get results relating only to the word vest. This word was not just used for demonstration, but also because this article of clothing correlates with Phil's surge of earnings.
And now let's talk a little bit about the Hyde character. I mean,
now we're on to the fucking Vest Street chapter, which, you know, fucking, we're all aware of the Vest Street chapter. So in the chat there, T-Ling Soldier was asking, do you know how this was proven to be a troll, that creditor on the line that was asking about the breakdown of microtransactions, whatever? This bit here.
Transactions.
Hold on.
That he couldn't dismiss the expenses.
I have no further questions.
From
For about $5,000 a month in business expenses. Can you itemize that for me?
So most people generally agree that this probably was a troll. There's no evidence to say it was actually somebody from Cyberbank, for example. Methbear himself said here, to be fair, questions like that from a creditor at a free for one hearing is unusual without establishing what their claim is. But T-Link is all just saying, right, is it based on any proof, or just people think it was a troll? It's all just stated as a fact with no explanation. Well, as Methbear says, it's highly unusual for someone to hop on at a free for one hearing without establishing what their claim is. And also, as stated by June himself, this is a personal bankruptcy, and this person is trying to get questions answered relating to business expenses for a personal bankruptcy, which is kind of not, it's a strange little area there. So, you know, kind of. So yeah, to me, it comes across as somebody trying to figure out more information on what those business expenses were specifically. You know, it seems that's what it was. You know, but but in terms of like actual evidence of somebody like saying, it was fucking me, I don't know. No, I don't think anyone ever fessed up to doing it themselves. You know, but most people agreed at the time this didn't seem like it sounded legit. When it happened at the time, I remember thinking this seems a bit strange. You know, I'm not fucking clued up in the whole, like, you know, situation of like what's normally happens in these fucking things, but it did seem a bit strange and out of left field for it to happen. And as Methbear clarifies, Phil's business is a sole proprietorship, so Phil and the business are the same. The business expenses should have been examined more. Definitely. The fact that COVID's happened, COVID saved Phil. COVID made sure that Phil's bankruptcy was granted. Had this happened without COVID happening and lockdowns and all that shit, then this would have been looked at far more closely. But the simple fact of the matter is, COVID happening saved him and got him bankruptcy granted. That's, most people tend to agree with that assumption that if COVID wasn't a thing, then Phil would not have been granted his bankruptcy. Most people seem to agree with that, which is just bizarre. But that just shows how lucky Phil is. Phil wants to fucking pretend he's the unluckiest person on the internet because he's such a victim and everyone fucking hates him all the time. He's got all this fucking hate against him and all that shit. Phil is one of the luckiest people that I've ever fucking came across on the internet ever. He's not lifted a fucking finger essentially for like 15 fucking years. He's fucking coasted his way through fucking life for that fucking long, making big bucks along the fucking way. The only thing Phil puts effort into is essentially fucking just keep doing the same thing every day. It's like that to me would fucking, that would grind away at me. That would wear me down after a certain amount of fucking time. But the fact that he can fucking keep doing the same shit every single fucking day essentially, it's like that would fucking that would drive me fucking doolally, and he's fucking happy to fucking just stay in the fucking same fucking cycle again in perpetuity, you know. But aside from that, though, it's like he is one of the luckiest fucking people to have ever experienced on the internet. And yet, that's what I'm saying, though, despite all his fucking luck and despite all his good fortune, he's somebody who should be living a life of fucking comfort and luxury, and the fact that he's not is all down to his own incompetence and his own ineptitude at handling and managing his fucking money. But fuck it, that's a fucking topic for another fucking time. Guys, thank you very much for joining me for some random DSP fucking antics and shenanigans or whatever. As I said, there was no bingo today, you know, because Phil wasn't doing a podcast, so I wasn't fucking sure what to fucking do. I wasn't sure to do anything, you know what I mean? But I kind of thought, fuck it, I'll pull up a random couple of videos. We'll look at what Phil did last night. We'll look at some Street Fighter, Salt and Sodium. We'll have a look back on Phil being guilt-tripped into fucking, and blackmailed into banning Derek, you know, because that's always a good fucking laugh. And we'll go over some of the favourite parts about the June the King documentary. Remember guys, if you've not given June the King a view yet for the re-uploaded documentary, I would recommend going by, giving it a wee like, giving it a wee quick view as well, because it's a shame that June the King had his documentary shut down in the first place. Remember, this is a re-upload. He had to re-upload this documentary to remove a certain portion because WWE claimed like a small tiny segment of it, you know, and they wouldn't fucking let go of the goddamn claim, so June had no choice but to re-upload it with that part trimmed out, which is a real shame because this thing was heading to 1 million views. It was almost fucking there, and then he had no choice but to start again essentially and re-upload it. But 126,000 views for the re-upload so far. And Phil, in case you wonder what's happening with Phil, let's just mute him. Let's mute him and go to live DSP. He has not been given a single dollar since starting gameplay. Lol. I wonder if the King's coffin streak will rise to 5. Remember, we've had 4 streams in a row where Phil Burnell has not managed to hit his goal. Not even come fucking close to hitting his fucking goal. Will it go up to 5 streams today? Will it even go to 6? I have a feeling it won't go past 6. It might get to 5, who knows? But Phil is playing WWE Champions tonight, remember, on a night stream. So, yeah, I'll probably save the streak. That'll probably make, you know, bring the streak back up to 1 at least. So, fucking, there's always that. Is this the same person, by the way? Remember, Phil's crying and bitching and whining and moaning about potentially needing thousands of fucking dollars for some plumbing issue. And yet he's probably going to be happily spending money on WWE Champions tonight, rather than saving that money for some kind of important home repair shit. But that's just fucking what makes Phil Burnell the eternal fucking lol cow. Anyway guys, I'm going to wrap things up there. I don't even have otters here. Hold on a second. I don't have otters. We need to find some otters right now. There we go, we have some fucking otters. Sorry for fucking that. Otters. I couldn't fucking end the fucking stream without fucking having some goddamn otters. Guys, thank you very much for joining me for some non-bingo antics, you know, but I just fucking had some fun, just chilling. A little change of pace, you know what I mean? But yeah, Phil will be having his normal podcast tomorrow. He's going to have an interview with some random person tomorrow, and we will be having a normal game of bingo tomorrow as well on top of that, and hopefully we'll be able to win bingo tomorrow, because remember, Phil is off on Friday and I won't be here on Saturday either, so there'll be no stream on Friday and there'll be no stream on Saturday either. So tomorrow's bingo stream will be one of these kind of ones where I'll be doing a bingo stream, and I'll be doing marbles afterwards as well, because I won't be here on Friday because there is no bingo on Friday, you know. So there we go. Should be a very busy day tomorrow, full of bingo, full of hopefully full houses, and we'll have some marbles as well to try and add some more bingo prize fund money. But you guys, that's how I'm going to wrap things up. I'm going to end how it always end, by playing notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. But yeah guys, so thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for just keeping me company. Thank you as well very much for the contributions, not very much appreciated. And yeah, remember as well, if you want to see a brand new bingo intro tomorrow, get here early, because there is a brand new bingo intro. Actually, I've had it ready actually for like a day. I had it ready for today, but there was no bingo today, so I couldn't play the bingo intro because there was no bingo. So the intro's there and the intro's ready, but I had no bingo, so there's no point in playing the fucking bingo intro when there's no bingo. But if you want to see it tomorrow, then by all means make sure you're here bright and early or whatever, you know what I mean? Don't get here a bit later than like the hour mark, you know what I mean? Like if you're in the UK, 7 PM is usually when I go live properly and all that, you know. And it's not AI generated, no. It's still me. So I re-recorded my song. It's the same intro, if that makes sense. It's the same lyrics, but I re-recorded it because I got a better microphone now. I feel like I had a better attempt at, you know, performing it, and it's a new video as well that I created, and had a wee bit of help from Pixar Animations to include to include a certain lovable character in the video to be a very cute distraction. So yeah guys, if you want to check it out tomorrow, make sure you're here bright and early for the bingo and all jazz. But yeah, I'm going to end things there guys. Thank you very much for joining me, and yeah, hope you enjoy doing whatever it is you do on a Wednesday. I'll see you all on Thursday, but until then, Have a good one, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money. Free. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.